All right, we are live on Thursday night. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm with the Victory Cigar Vic G. I'm Dominic, and we got a nice lineup tonight for our No Limit Texas Hold'em. By the way, Tarantula Nick with a fresh fade. I noticed that earlier on. So Tarantula Nick is back in the saddle. Looking forward to seeing him play. Shout out to, by the way, I see we got Bob K who's waiting in the wings. We got a couple new players. Vic, tell us what happened. We're going to have a second feeder table. A couple last-minute cancellations, but we do have new faces waiting in the wings to be on the main table.
We do. We do have a list, and as we always do with our No Nit Thursday, it's a $500 buy-in. It's a 1-3 no limit hold'em cash game. The guideline is that if you get felted, you don't re-up at the table. If we have a feeder table or if we have a list, then the next person on the list comes in to take that seat, and then that player leaves the feature table and then looks for their opportunity to come back in. And we do have a list tonight. We expected to have a feeder table, and like you said, just some things going on, but we do have people that are going to probably join us eventually as a player or multiple players get felted. But I did get to sit down with these guys and gals here ahead of time, and there's a lot of energy in the room. I think you and I are going to have an easy night tonight. There's going to be plenty of banter going on, as well as some really good poker play.
Well, speaking of in the room, though, we saw that shot right there. Look at all those presents, by the way. If you want to join in and donate and add to that Christmas tree, we are right around our 10,000 goal, so we're trying to go above and beyond for Toys for Tots.
I don't want it.
By the way, shout out to Virginia Wayne and everyone hitting that like button. Appreciate you guys. Daryl New, Buddha's dad, who's at the table watching from Florida.
Can't win them all, period.
So here we go. Action already in that first hand.
A couple of suited aces, Vic. Heads
And
up.
we've got BG Pedal going up against Joe.
Well, and look at that BG pedal. Putting the pedal to the metal with the nut flush draw early. Joe's going to lead out and try to bluff at it.
What's your name, young lady?
Jillian.
Heads up, going to the turn. 9 changes nothing, Vic. That does give a lot of chop out, so right now they're chopping, so that's a good card.
Jillbilly. Like Hillbilly.
And it remains a chop.
Yeah. So Joe got a little bit of run good there. Let's see if he's going to try to take it outright. And look at Joe.
That's Joe, and certainly his MO. He does play position very well, and we talk about that on a regular basis here on the live stream about how important position is. And you've got to take those opportunities to utilize that play. If you're approaching the game, say a little bit too much like bingo, and you're just waiting for a card to come, you're probably not going to enjoy yourself playing this game. You have to understand when those opportunities present themselves, when you're going to be able to take down hands, and it's the difference oftentimes in your profit margin, whether you can do that or not.
Yeah. And if you're new to 1-1, 1-2, or 1-3, whatever limit you're playing, don't just study hands and betting amounts, which are all important.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, especially betting amounts, but position is actually just as important as any facet in the game of poker. And look at this, Derek with the aces.
Was that a throw? No.
Everybody's got a yellow chip in front of them. That is the no nit chip. And Joe is the first one in this round to get rid of his yellow no nit chip. Last person standing with that chip gives every player $5 out of their pocket or off the top of their stack.
And there's Tarantula Nick's fresh fade. Look at Sharp Nick.
And our first time player in the live stream, Big Sexy, a.k.a. Tom.
That's how to win with
We'll talk more about him as soon as he wins a hand. And now the second yellow no nit chip goes into the mix. Here at the Reserve Poker Club, our staple Thursday night of No Nit Thursday, 1-3 no limit hold'em, $500 buy-in.
So are you, OP?
Everybody buying in this situation, all for $500. So there's our chip count after just 2 hands.
Did I read that correctly? Did that say Neil and not Mr. Coffee?
It did say Neil.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Neil, if we can get Neil changed to Mr. Coffee, he earned that nickname. Oh, fair enough. So
he just wanted Neil, says
okay, fair enough.
Says
fair
the chosen one. And this is going to be a $10 button straddle, and we've got 4 callers, so it's 5-handed with
Close to a
Buddha
Vic
checking
special.
his option.
One shy of a Vic special. 6 or more. We got a 5-4-9 rainbow board, open-ended straight draw for Derek. Pair of 5s for the OP,
And
the old player.
And right now the 5s are cheap.
25 to go.
And he does have the best hand currently.
Derek's going to come in with a gut shot.
Derek's
more than a gut
open-ended.
shot.
Oh, yeah,
No,
he's feeling it. He's
He
feeling
is
the 3.
open-ended. That's right.
And if Buddha hits us 3, that'd be a dangerous card. Now a queen of diamonds on the turn. That doesn't change anything for either players.
It does give the OP an opportunity here to make a good bet sizing and see if he can get everybody off this hand, because that's likely what's going to happen. And the bet is 65. Let's see if that's enough.
The OP hailing out of Trenton, Michigan.
Jill, what hand did we talk about on the way up here? Remember?
Maybe.
Only reason I played it.
And it is.
Remember we done
Puts a bet out, shows his hand, gets rid of his yellow no-nit chip.
Showed OP, you got the goods.
Chris, we were looking real good a couple of days ago with the list for the feeder table, and we did have a number of cancellations, and just chalking that up to the time of the year, family situation. So, but we still have a list going instead of a feeder table of players that are going to come in and take the seat once somebody gets felted. Thanks for the question, Chris. Appreciate that. And Garrett is typically here on Tuesday nights, but we haven't. I was out a week ago Tuesday. Was Garrett here a week ago Tuesday? That's the
believe
question.
so.
Yeah, so just missing a week so far for Garrett, but he's usually here on Tuesday night. He does play occasionally on this no-nit game.
Harry? Might have been Harry. Older guy. I think
Now ace-jack for Derek. He's getting a little run of cards early on. He's got to be feeling good, sitting down, starting it off strong. Bump it up to 30 with ace-jack offsuit.
Yeah, that was Harry. He's Jack?
And the people's champ, the OP.
Right about 6 months ago.
Let's go. BG pedal, same.
Absolutely.
And Joe making the call here with Queen 7 of hearts.
Heads up action, 64 in the pot. We got a 10-4-9 board, all spades. Neither player holds one.
Jack. Jack.
And the gut shot gets there for Joe on the river.
And it goes down to showdown, and they check it down. And another pot here for Joe. Second one of the night.
Good start for Joe.
10 on the bus.
How do you feel about betting out in early position when the flop comes either all one suit or
Ooh, yours are
a couple of a big pair and a big card? Because we see that time and time again where it gets checked around and then it goes to the turn.
10 on the button.
I like my girl.
I like if it's heads up. I don't mind leading out with that and playing the board to your advantage. Almost playing the position against the player. You know, normally you always like to be last to act, but how can you turn that table around if, you know, you use the board as almost a scare card? Now, obviously, players are going to come over the top and smooth call you sometimes, but I think if you're out flopping your player 50% of the time, then you lead out and you can make them fold 20% of the time, and
Right.
you're taking, 70% of the pots that way. That's the way to turn the tables. But as long as you're consistently betting it when you have it too, though, when you don't have it. You don't just want to bluff the whole time. A little mix, probably
Okay.
2 out of 3 times you want to have it, but mixing that bluff.
So now here we are, four-handed. Big Pedal getting the best of this so far. He's got top pair with a queen kicker, and he's going to bet it out. Make it 35. Basically a pot-sized bet.
Yeah, deuce, king, 9, rainbow board. Not much out there unless you have a made hand. No draws, really. Without anyone.
And because he's got the yellow no-nit chip in front of him, he's got a show, and he's able to get rid of that. And how great is it to have Jilly Billy back in the game again?
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. We got Jilly Billy, we got Nick, we got OP, we got Neil.
set one of those 3-week trap too.
All on that corner of the table.
I will not pay for one of those.
Neil, by the way, has been one of our active
I know if I
donators
had a combined
for our
hour,
Toys for Tots, and you can see the presents. They're just like, can you look? You can barely see the tree.
Yeah. I know.
Tree's
It's-
half covered.
It's fantastic.
Just the top of it showing. Love it.
This is a 1-3 game, but we just about done every hand here with a straddle, and here's another straddle again on the button from OP. Big Pedal's going to play that 3-2 offsuit. Come in for $10. 10-9 of diamonds and a raise. Kind of what I expected here from Derek.
He'd walk around all day.
Buddha's probably going to call this, and he does with the pocket threes.
Feels like 15. Feels like 15.
And OP, because he's OP, he's coming along because he likes to play hands.
4 players in the flop. In the pot, $81 in the middle. We have a couple of aces with an 8, also a couple clubs.
Yeah, that's weird.
Check around.
So there's a check around again, something we were just talking about, where you get 2 big cards on the flop, a big pair,
30 to go.
and typically it's going to get checked around. You get to the turn, and I think what Dom is saying here, we'll talk about that in a minute. But now OP is going to come along here because he's got a 4. And he is in the lead. Now it's just heads-up action going to the river.
And neither player. Oh, and a 10 hits for Derek. And he's going the value town right here.
Yes, he is. He's going to bet this. He makes it 60, putting the pressure on OP. Not a believer. Going to make the call. Wants to see what Derek has, and he shows the 10.
Nice river.
Nice river is correct.
Yeah, Queen 8.
I'll tell you what. I think OP with that call was probably putting him on a club draw. And he didn't even have that, but he got unlucky, hit his 10.
And I will go back to that conversation. So you get 3 spades on the flop. You know, you're 3-4 handed, and or you get a pair of a big pair like queens, kings, aces come on the flop, and you're still 4 or 5 handed, and you're typically going to see. And I would like to see the percentage on this, at least from what our perspective is. It's got to be very high. It's got to be like 80-90% of the time. That's going to get checked around. Your point, which I agree with, is you've got to be careful not to just get caught up in the flow. That's what is normally done, and I'm using air quotes here. But you want to be able to mix that up and make sure that whatever you're doing makes sense not only to your poker bet, but your overall table image.
Yeah, and when there's 5 players, I don't mind if you're going to tread the water lightly because odds are someone has it. But 3 players or less to a flop. If you got 1 or 2 players only in the hand with you, that's sort of, like you were asking about, early in position. I don't mind if you mix that in and you try to get your bluffs. And also, if you get caught once or twice, as long as you're not losing a lot, that's not a bad thing either, though, because that could also get you paid off in a bigger hand down the line.
35 total.
It all really depends on your style of play, though. Every player has to play different. It's the beauty of Texas Hold'em. But if you're an aggressive player...
Well, and speaking of aggression, now Neil on the button senses some limpers here with the $10 straddle, and he's going to raise it up to 35 with 8-6 of spades.
And timing is everything in poker sometimes, and Joe is loving that timing.
He sure
got
is.
Pocket kings.
Because he's going to bump this up. He's going to 3-bet this.
We got 170.
170 is the bet. Quick fold from Derek. Back over to the OP with a Queen 10 offsuit.
But the rocks tend to. Oh, yeah, I forgot, my bad. Let the dealer do his job, yeah.
One dealer now.
You're off tonight.
Down, hold him down, hold him down. There you go.
Over the Neil now. He was the initial aggressor. Yeah, and he's going to pick up close to $100 right there, it looks like. Yeah. 91 bucks. No sweat. Once again, it's a $500 max buy-in game, so just short of a fifth of your stack.
Timing in life can be everything sometimes. We got Anastasia in the house, and Alan wants to pass along to Paul that he still owes him 20 bucks on a bet in the Michigan OSU game. Jeremy, thanks for joining. A shout-out to Derek from Kentucky. Derek's got a shout-out as well. We'll get to that in a minute. Bobby Filet. Yes, 1-3 action tonight, Bobby. Thanks for joining us.
A regular one,
Call.
Here we go.
Finally
110.
gotta get into a pot.
Raise
110.
110 total.
Trying to see my first flop. Or maybe not.
You got a good chance at seeing your first flop at 110.
Well, I only did 11x for crying out loud. 11x?
This is the last half hour. Okay, not a first
No, I'm going to win my first spot here.
You gotta get rid of it.
Ace queen.
MGM Bob puts a big bet out there
Wow.
with ace queen offsuit.
110 getting after it.
Announces that his motivation is to win a hand and get out of this yellow no-nit chip, last person standing.
Anything to get momentum.
Whatever
It
it
didn't cost him
takes.
that time.
Whatever it takes.
Luckily for him, he didn't run into a big hand.
Gonna get another premium hand all night.
110.
You don't need premium hands in this game if I'm going by our past Thursdays.
Queen, king jack.
No, we don't need premium hands. That's right. And Kara coming into the box now. Dealer change. This is our Thursday night, No Nit Thursday. Next live stream is going to be Saturday night. If you want to be on the live streams, it's as simple as calling here at the reserve, talking to whoever answers the phone there in the cage, because the schedule's right up on the wall. Get yourself scheduled. Love to have you join us.
There's Buddha. There's his dad tuning in from Florida.
And, yep, Dad, here comes a raise from Buddha, which could possibly be motivated by that yellow no-nit chip, because now it's the number of players left in this particular round is starting to dwindle. You don't want to be the last person standing and have to kick in $5 to every player here.
And risk losing your seat. That's not a good indication your BPIP's high.
That's right. And look at this.
Oh, a big
raise
special.
from Buddha.
A lot of respect for Buddha, eh?
And the party is on now with 7 players going to this flop. Here it is.
Jack right in the window, followed with a 5 and a 9, all hearts. Top pair for Jill Billy. Neil with the highest heart in his hand. Also has a gut shot.
Dealer, can you sit back just a little bit? I'm trying.
I just smile all the time. There's nothing
Can I quote the Vic real quick?
What's that?
OP's getting a little sticky there.
He is.
With his pair of 9s.
He is getting sicky. He's got spades. The board is hearts, but he's got second pair. Mediocre kicker with a 10, but we're going to go from 7 down to 4 players now to the turn.
What is it?
It's a local thing.
It's a local thing.
What is
You're
it?
not gonna be
We got
able
a
to
4
Well, I
of
did.
diamonds.
We have a player. His name's the Moose. It's his favorite hand.
That still doesn't change anything for
I
anyone.
won't.
Right.
And A3 is the Dorothy. That's another local one.
That's
I
great.
know
I
that
can't
one,
wait to
though.
tell him that
I
somebody
knew that
Googled
one.
what the Moose is.
And still sticky, but even getting
Yeah.
aggressive here. OP sensing an opportunity here, so he's going to raise this up to 50.
Brother Bear.
Raise it up to 65, and Jill Billy.
Dude, listen, she came here one time, wrecked the table.
Didn't know what to don't
She acted like she never knew how to play cards.
Oh, I do remember Jill Billy getting a lot of flushes last time.
Yeah.
And obviously there's some sore wounds there.
And she hits it this time. She does have the flush. See how confident she is in holding that 7 of hearts.
Asking you shall receive, right?
OP does not like that river.
She had the best
Realizes
hand the
he
whole
is
way.
beat. Yep, flips it over.
Just improved getting the flush. And I mean, if you watch the last live stream with Jill Billy on here, she got about 5 or 6 flushes. Why not, though, at least, even though she didn't need it, just give her a flush on the river for old time's sake.
Well, that's why
She's got some of the
I
boys
was
still
gonna do my
complaining about it. I love it.
but I didn't know if everybody would appreciate that or not. So.
If they're grumbling, she should be happy.
Exactly. That means she took their money.
And she made an impression.
That's why you always get you're not doing things like that.
Match you any week. Look at the, if everyone who's on there, I'll do you for, I'll do you.
Scott Sands in the house on our message board. Scott, hope all's well. Thanks for tuning in.
Well, yeah, I'm like I keep score, but I've never came for it.
I didn't see your jack,
I
okay?
did.
Oh, well, I'm not upset.
Fire card,
You had me beat anyway. Yeah.
Also, if you're just tuning in, smash that like button. Always appreciate it. Helps the channel grow.
And here's another aspect of our No Nit Thursday, the rock. And if you look at the button, there is the brown rock on top of that. If a player holds that and they're in position on the button or either under the gun, they put that out and that becomes a $10 straddle. And OP now with pocket tens, and he's going to raise this up. Ace king of clubs for Neil. He makes the call. Couple of clubs here now for Big Sexy, who's brand new.
Oh, big
To
handle
the live
here,
stream
Vic.
for us.
Yeah, for sure. We can't wait to play it. All of us.
Neither
I
can
was wondering if this is going to open it up for a fourth caller.
Buddha ain't never passed up a bomb pot.
Yeah, 3 players going to the flop. Right, 296 in the middle. This is our biggest pot pre-flop all night so far. It's early though, but
He's stuck, sir. He's pretty good.
get something big here.
And
And we got a 9-6-3 board, all spades, OP, all in.
OP.
Well, he's got the best of it right now.
And
It's a good play.
it's a great flop for him other than being all spades. Little does he know
Can't let him do it. We can't let him get
that there's not a lot of motivation for those other 2 players to stick around. So he's going to take down a nice sized pot here. He's going to show, and we want to talk about OP doing a shout out to his son Chris in Ohio. He also wants to do a shout out to his good friend Mike.
Don't give him no information, guys. Don't give him. He's going to show his hand all
And
the time.
Chris and Mike,
Let us work.
hope you're out there watching.
The OP Mafia in the house.
Got your wooden button there too.
Keep those likes coming. We're at 20 so far.
10%
And this is one of our biggest nights for viewer participation as well as
Raised me 80. That wasn't very nice.
the banter that goes on. So Dominic, I expect we're going to get a lot of likes tonight.
I love the lineup.
Yeah, and I think our viewership does too.
We even have the king of the perch, Bob K, waiting in the wings
Yeah.
to get on.
$10
MGM
button
Bob.
straddle, and a raise now from MGM Bob. Pocket kings, $35. Jilly Billy, she's coming after him with her spades. Tarantula now Nick.
I mean, that's the hand to crack him with. I think Nick already verbalized call. So the OP folded.
Just make sure that
Oh.
the dealer-
Is he bumping it up?
the dealer did.
He does. I think there's a. He does. He bumps this up to 100. His 4s, 3-betting right into MGM Bob's kings.
I don't expect MGM Bob just to smooth call this with only 469 in his stack, but we'll see. You can play this multiple ways. There really isn't a wrong one. Actually, I think it depends on the player you're going against.
And now he's going to 4-bet this and make it 250. I'm expecting Jill Billy to get out of the way, and she does. And that's enough for Tarantula.
Probably a good fold, Nick.
He wanted to see if he could bump things up, get some people out of the way with the 4s. But I believe he rightfully gets rid of that.
Trying to make him feel good.
MGM Bob wants to do a shout out to Dawn, and he's here because Dawn is watching his dog.
Dawn,
So Dawn, thank you very
thank you.
much.
Thank you for letting us have MGM here tonight.
I'm going to give that to you, but I did all that, just so you know.
You did all
Yeah,
the
dog
work.
sitting's a thing. You got to treat them like children.
Just so you know.
1-3 no limit hold'em, and we've got consistently $10 straddle, either on the button or on position. And here we are, another $10 straddle. This is playing like a pretty big game for a $500 buy-in.
By the way, respect for OP's gear. Look at that Old English D Tiger gear.
No, that I'm surrendering. my
Respect.
key to you.
Jim Leland going in the Hall of Fame this week.
Right.
Man, you're pretty.
Thank you.
Another thing I like about Joe's game is typically
Nick, did you straddle?
in this situation, he's not just limping in. If he's going to come into the hand, he's going to raise it up. I think that's an important thing to learn as a poker player.
Is it on you? Sorry.
Jill Billy's got better diamonds than Joe, and she's going to make the call, and Tarantula Nick is going to complete.
She has a
After
flush
his $10 straddle, we're going to go 3-handed to the flop.
She doesn't know it, but Jack High is good right now. And we have a ace-7 deuce board, pair of sevens for Tarantula and Nick and Joe.
And they check it around.
And now a 9, that free card.
Puts Jelly Billy back in the lead.
Yeah, it pays off for 106 in the middle, and here she comes.
35.
It's always a surprise when you got that in. Relief.
Tarantula Nick sticking around, and looks like Joe's going to stick around too.
Yeah, seeing the
35
cards.
wasn't enough to try to get rid of any one of these other two players. And here comes the river.
5 of diamonds doesn't do anything. Checks around.
9.
And we're going to go to showdown.
Well, she was in great shape. They were
Yeah.
sharing each other's cards. Jill Billy now with a $211 pop, profiting 141. There you go.
Got a 7-2.
Nice hand.
2 hands now for Jill Billy tonight.
7-8, 4
And we are going till 10:15 tonight.
Get rid of it. I'm probably going to bluff.
Appreciate everybody coming in, and we've got a scroll down at the bottom now, Dominic. We got the VPIP,
10.
and
like
there it
it.
is so far. May not be too meaningful to talk about the VPIP at this point. I think you're going to see those numbers change quite a bit, probably for MGM, particularly for MGM Bob, for Joe.
Let's give it another 10 minutes, at least get to the a little bit over the halfway point during the first hour, because sometimes you're just card dead the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do. You're not always going to come out guns blazing.
Is it 10?
10, yep.
The balance of playing on no Nit Thursday, but still having a great element of the game called patience,
Raise to 40.
the tug of war.
And Neil coming out with the $40 bet and an ace-9 offsuit. Big Sexy trying to get something going here tonight. Still has that yellow no-nit chip in front of him, and so he calls with a 5-3 of diamonds, and now MGM Bob makes the call. Back over to Buddha, who started all this with a $10 straddle on the button. He completes. Oh, my goodness. We got a pot of
I
brewing
was
here,
going to say
Dominic.
that third caller might have opened up
Call your cousin.
Like what?
the doors.
Call your
You're
neighbor.
getting everyone.
Yeah, let's do it.
And you can tell by the expression from OP, I got an ace, so I guess I'm supposed to call, right? Kind of what threw up his hand and thought, well, may as well.
You can.
And now 7-handed going to the flop. Kara doing a great job. Help her out a little bit there, fellas.
Let's see, when 6 players are in, you can pretty much call with any 2 cards if you want. It's cash game, not tournament. So it's like, hey, let's gamble, see if I get lucky once.
This is a rainbow board, Tom.
Yeah.
Dom.
Yeah, 6, 4, 10. Rainbow flop here. Open-ended straight draw for Big Sexy. Gut shot for MGM. Buddha, though.
If you're going to check around to Buddha with him on the button, you better be prepared for him to make a bet.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, he's got an overcard. Big Sexy might peel 1. Let's see if he's in the mood to draw or not.
And unfortunately for Neil, who started all this,
No,
this board has
this is a muff,
nothing in common with his 2 cards.
No. And the hard part is
Told everybody I'm not.
which is a good spot for Buddha to bluff right here. If you don't think anyone has the 10 in your last to act, it's really hard to think out of all those players. Not one person hit it, but in this case, no one really hit this flop.
Of course I'm bluffing. I told you guys I was going to bluff.
Did I know?
9-7.
I knew you were, but I didn't have anything. He's high. I knew you were.
Good when a plan comes together.
Well, Vic, that was a good cat-mouse game right there. The
Yeah.
little deep.
I knew as soon as you cut
Did I
out
have
3, you're
them?
full of shit.
Oh, I know. I started grinning.
I've seen that routine before.
Yeah, but I couldn't beat you.
Oh, thank you.
On to the next one.
bet.
Buddha, good bet.
Yeah, that was a must bluff situation.
Warren, you told him.
I know, I told him before the hand is even down.
I think it's important to note, he shows the bluff, and even though that was a bluff,
Saw that.
the image isn't so much that he's a bluffer. The image is that he's a good poker player. And you heard his fellow poker players say, good hand.
Definitely didn't have a-
They recognized
Great flop to
that he saw an opportunity and he took it. And so now his image is not, oh, he's full of it. His image is he's a good player.
You got the best draw. Could've got it. Wouldn't have been a bad draw. Thanks for folding.
Do you remember? Now you called Buddha before I even came here, but when I very first started, you and me were doing a couple. We were rotating with Adam and Tim at the time, so there was like 4 of us really going around Vic. But do you remember when Buddha was playing even the 2-5, the 5-5 a lot? And a couple things we used to always say is he's got a great table in there.
Yeah.
And he rarely, never bluffed. He always had it.
And here we go with a great
we'll get
starting
back to
pot
this.
here. 5 players, $180 in the pot.
Yeah, Jill Billy flopping top pair. Joe with Jacks only has 1 overcard to the board. Big
And
Sexy now.
Open-ended here, and he's going to bet it.
Yeah, also has backdoor diamonds.
And beer nuts. Gut shot and beer nuts.
Would you quit using my stuff?
Joe was the pre-flop aggressor here. And so what is he going to do here with his jacks with that board? After a good-sized bet here from Big Sexy of 66. And he does let the jacks go, even though started out with a very strong hand. And Jill Billy's obviously going to come along, and she announces a call.
And this pot's looking pretty nice now.
You know what
Over
the total
300?
is?
I don't.
I bet it's getting close to target.
What's that for votes?
They wanted to get 10,000.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
over 8,000.
There's like 97 or something like that.
Wow. Yeah, it was big.
So we got heads up action. 315 in the middle.
I'll cover the difference if they come up short.
And we got a second 10 on the turn.
Same bet.
Same bet as announced, which was 66. So another bet here of 66, this time after a check from Big Sexy.
How long is it?
The board pairs. She's going to bet 66. Does this smell suspicious? However, Big Sexy has to call if he wants to hit a straight.
It's kind of priced in. With an open under.
Would he have called if the bet was 166?
Probably not. Then that's 50% of the pot.
And
I mean,
is,
right now you're getting
and
pretty
is
good
Jill
price
Billy
tag.
being right and being a little cautious after the board pairs? And they check it down to showdown. And Jill Billy's going to show the winning hand here. Take down another hand.
Nice pot, Jill Billy.
Yeah, she's off to a very
She's on
good start
fire.
here tonight.
Aw, pretty girl.
James Whitehead, I'm going to get you an answer to that. We've got a satellite tonight for the Holiday Classic. The Holiday Classic begins on this Monday already. Time is flying by fast. And that is a week-long classic with 3 tournaments, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, culminating in the $50,000 prize pool guarantee. So I'll get you some information on that satellite here. But when we came in, there were already 3 tables going for that. Started at 6 p.m.
Which usually means we'll end up with 4. That's
Alec,
just my
we are
prediction.
doing well tonight. Thanks for asking. Dom and I are kind of pumped up about this table. We expect some really good action, but also there's just so much passion here at this table and passion for playing with each other. We're going to see some real banter. OP now is going to limp in after the button straddle with pocket 6s.
Wherever I'm at.
Big Sexy now. Looks like raising chips. Ace-King offsuit.
Tell you what, Big Sexy's been active early on. I like it. This is how you bounce back after losing a pot. Get ace king.
Raise it up.
Aggressive. and
Raise it up to 60.
You're gonna.
I'll call 60.
Yep, here it is. A loose call. Because you've been playing a little loose.
60.
Jill Billy's coming along. She's off to a really good start tonight, so she's going to try to ride the momentum that she's had so far.
Play the heater.
So play the heater with the 10-3 of hearts, and we go 3-handed to this flop. Kara at the helm, getting the pot right, and then here it comes. Here comes this flop.
Deuce 7-4. Couple of spades.
And an all-in here for Big Sexy with
If you're the OP for that price tag, We'll see. This will be a tough decision for him.
Kara's going to give us a count here. 73. Matches what our graphics say. And a call here from Jill Billy. Does this impact OP's decision one way or the other? Was he prepared to make that call with the sixes, but now gets out of the way because Jill Billy, who's been on kind of a heater, makes the call?
I'm kind of wondering if she has 10-3 and if that's not a misread.
I don't know.
She hit about 6 flushes the last time.
Those of you that have not seen the live stream before, there are occasions where the chip reader is
Oh, she
incorrect,
does have
but in this
10-3.
time it's
Would
correct.
it have to be runner, so the chances are way less.
Oh, no.
Oh, and OP reacts.
Oh, pair of sixes.
I didn't
Nice
get
bet.
it.
Nice bet.
OP reacts to that 6 coming on the turn.
You know, Jill Billy really was the reason why OP folded that.
I might have. I was thinking real. I had a pair of sixes.
Like you said, you know, I mean, you got pocket sixes. That made his decision real easy, seeing one caller.
I play this right. No.
Yep.
Well,
I
she's-
think I keep him in the game. He doesn't want to get salted right now.
Kevin Wall says he's cheering for Neil tonight. What a great basketball game last night, Kevin. So glad my wife and I decided to go. And Nick has got a shout out to his son Nicholas and to his grandma Barbara. But we've got, I believe that's Nick's wife watching in as Mike Mullinex. Is that correct?
What was Nick's son's first name
Your
again?
husband?
Nicholas.
Nicholas, I just want to say you are our VIP
Shout out.
poker watching shout out of the night.
Yes.
You are our #1 fan star of the night, Nicholas. We appreciate you live on YouTube, live at the reserve. Tarantula Nick's son, Nicholas, is our VIP viewer of the night. Nick, thanks for tuning in, buddy.
You know, I gotta keep an eye on it. Make sure both hands are above the table.
Love that he gets to watch his dad play some cards.
Absolutely, and so does his grandma. So does Nick's grandma. Apparently, Barbara watches every time he's on the live stream.
I love that, Barbara.
Love that loyalty.
And Barbara, by the way, when Nick's not on, though, I love when you watch anytime. Just letting you know, you can hang out with me and
Are you
Vic.
scared to play with me or something?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Barbara, come
Scared
on.
of hand or something?
Yeah.
We got heads-up action here with the raise of up to 60 from Buddha. Ace-5 suited versus Ace-9 off.
Well, if I'm bad, I know you're calling, so I might as well just check.
Buddha did get a gut shot.
All right, I got a bet now.
Yeah, now, what a big turn card for Buddha. A double belly buster plus the nut flush draw. A 6 or a deuce would give him a straight. Any heart would give him the ace-high flush.
Neil, what are you still doing with that yellow chip in front of you, bro?
Do it.
What are you still doing with that yellow chip in front of
He
you?
said he wanted to pay the no-nit penalty.
Oh, you wanted to pay the first time?
Going to a good cause.
Nick, you hear that, right?
I'm trying, man.
Just go all
I've
in,
made
bro.
plenty of attempts.
Just go all in, bro. You're gonna fold.
Same here. I wasted $300 trying not to pay the 50. Like literally, every hand I played
I
was.
did that a couple weeks ago, same thing.
Flush draw, straight draw.
I haven't had a single playable hand except.
I had you
four.
beat. I had ace-9.
Every other time I was just.
Hey, it's going to be hard on the river.
Yeah, you
I
said you
know,
wanted
well,
to.
maybe.
It
Yeah.
could have been a 9 of hearts, too. You said
Might
you
have
wanted.
been on that.
Taking it down. Nice hand.
I really didn't want to play for it all right then and there.
Good bet.
Then it comes up free space.
Good hit.
Yeah.
The OP.
Value bet. I don't even consider that a bluff.
If you're new to the live stream, the OP.
It's never a bluff.
The first time I met him, came in the room and introduced himself. And he says, "Yeah, I'm the OP." And I'm like, "What does that stand for?" He goes, "I'm the old player. My hobbies are women and poker. They're the two things I love." And ever since then, that was the most surprised I've ever been meeting anyone in the live stream, getting information on him was the OP. And now I'm a fan of the OP. He is the man.
Poke the bear, you know what I mean?
He's the man, the myth, the legend.
If you poke the bear, then.
MGM Bob claiming somebody poked the bear. I'm not sure who he's referring to or who the bear is, unless it's himself, because he's going to raise this up to 25 with 10-9 of clubs.
Yeah, a little disguised hand there. Like the range change.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got it.
And is that
I got to turn my head like this.
Oh, that's a call from Neil. I heard somebody say all in, but they were talking about something else.
Oh, and a Vic special again.
A
7
Vic
players.
special. 7 players going to the flop. Here it comes from Kara.
You got 175 in the middle with a king 10 8 board, couple of hearts. It looks like Jill Billy.
Yeah.
King Queen has been nice to her today.
175 in the pot, and she's going to make a bet of 50 here. Tarantula Nick has a piece of this with the 10 of spades and a 9 kicker. And he may be counting on all in chips here. I'm not sure. And he is. He's going to make it all in.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, C-bet only works against narrower down. C-bet is no longer available in bomb pots.
Nick's son, Nicholas, our featured shout out of tonight, watching his
I
dad
want
go
you
all
to.
in.
Ask me.
And it's giving something Jill Billy to think about here.
Not if you're gonna hit. If you're not gonna hit, sure.
Can I?
He's
how
saying
much
if you got
more do I
9,
need to call?
I don't think that Jill Billy can fold this when you just had 10 high on the other hand. Now you got top there. For just 159 more.
Is that enough?
Just calling back.
I did not want you to call.
The one that gets illegal.
Be legit.
Yeah, you gotta show your cards though now. You gotta show your cards.
Oh, and here we go. Tarantula Nick's going to need some help here.
Very funny. We'll talk about this in a minute, but here we go. Oh, and another king. That'll do
That's
it.
all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah, full house now.
Full house for Jill Billy.
That's so far the hand of the night for Jill Billy. She's
Yeah.
won a couple big ones with King Queen.
No, you didn't.
And
50 bucks.
Nick's trolling right now.
we do have a list. This is No Nit Thursday, so Nick will be back. Right now he's going to vacate that seat, and we're going to go to the next person on the list to fill seat 2 here. Playing 10-handed, 1-3 no limit hold'em. And Nicholas, I want to say something about your dad, in particular with regards to the way he played that hand, and it's one of the reasons he's a very respected poker player. That was not a reckless play. That was a calculated way to put pressure on the opponent. He knew he was going to be isolated, and Nick continues to play a very impressive game, Nicholas. We always enjoy watching his play, and I think I learn myself when I watch Nick play. But the other part of that was the banter was hilarious, where Jill says, "Do you want me to call?" And very candidly, Nick says, "Not if you're going to hit."
Right.
Then she makes the call, and he says, "I really didn't want you to call."
Well, he'll be back. Like I said,
Yeah.
we only have a couple people waiting, and every hour we're changing. He'll probably be back on very shortly.
Yeah, he's probably saying, he probably thinks you're saying, seat open, come on, buddy.
Yeah.
Here we go, back to the action now. Buddha, ace jack of clubs, raising it up to 60. Quick folds.
You're definitely scared to play a hand with me. I can tell.
Well, I appreciate you saving me some money.
So now, if you win this hand and show,
Yeah.
whoever sits down in that
I
seat,
just paid.
they have to pay. Have to pay what? The no nit. So there's only two chips left.
Yeah, the person that sits here could end up
Nice hand,
paying.
buddy.
Speaking of putting the pressure on, Neil making the call there, but he has an opportunity in position to go all in.
It's a good
Goes all in with basically nothing, but he's able to get rid of his yellow no net chip. And I believe Nick is sticking around to see if he actually has to pay that. I don't believe he does. Buddha brings up a good point. The next player that comes in inherits that yellow no net chip when a player is felted on No Nit Thursday.
What a fucking guy.
Nice hand, Mr. Coffee.
Mr. Coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you hear me say Mr. Coffee, that is for Neil. That's his handle, but
Scott Sands just said somebody wake Neil up, and just woke him up there to go all in, and
He's probably got coffee on the table behind him.
Oh, he does.
It's for the kids.
Good job, man. Yeah, I know.
No doubt about it.
Come in and stopped and dropped some money off it before, too.
In the meantime, Jillian, she's got a fan base out there.
He made him beat me with a pool noodle.
Oh, was that him, too?
Yeah,
$100.
$100.
Is this guy rich?
And it didn't even hurt.
Yeah,
I told
you know what makes me mad? Now they got these foam bats over here. That would have been so much better.
I could barely feel
A
it.
little plastic bat? Yeah. Or they got the little golf clubs. That would have been better.
So what they're talking about is Neil has donated twice for Toys for Tots. If they're going to keep going, we'll definitely let you listen in this conversation. If not, I'll tell you the backstory. Looks like it ceased fire moment.
Knit chip,
Oh.
you got to pay the $50.
Yeah, he lost.
Oh, if I knew it was Bob, I would have had him paid.
Neil covered it for you. Technically, you should have paid $50 when you sat down.
You can just pay Neil back. You can pay Neil back.
And I think he donated Toys for Tots.
I believe he did.
What a classy guy.
Yeah. Four-handed now going to the flop. We did fill seat 2 with Bob K.
Oh, the Moose flopped the best of it here for Jill Billy.
And Jill Billy was just asking about the Moose. Why is it the Moose? And so they were filling that in about a half an hour ago.
Well,
now she's got an opportunity to play it, and she hits with it, but everybody checks around.
free card, and nobody hit it. Still Jill Billy with a pair and a gut shot straight draw.
And with as warm as she's been playing, pert near hot tonight, that would be a tough bet to call. Not that big, but
yeah, only
with that
25%
board
of
and
the
everybody
pot.
else's hand, I don't see. Well, I'm incorrect.
He's got an open-ended straight draw.
That's
and
true.
I think Big Sexy has shown early in this live stream. The man likes to play poker and gamble, and there he is.
Oh,
It
and he hits it, the gut shot. Big Sexy hits the gut shot. Seems like an innocent card, but Jill Billy's going to check it.
He pretty much hit a 3-outer, because if a 7 would have hit, that would have been awful. I think he might have tried to bluff at that. I'm just saying if Jill Billy would have maybe bet small again, I could see him doing that.
Yeah.
That's just an assumption.
So we've got a fresh round of yellow no knit chips, and the first person to get rid of his yellow no knit chip is Big Sexy, a.k.a. Tom from Lansing. Plays in Detroit quite a bit. He's been playing for 15 years now, Dom, and he does like to go to casinos. He likes to play craps. He prefers to play 5-10 no limit hold'em. He is doing a shout out to a good friend of his watching from Japan.
Awesome.
Jake, thank you for your service. Jake is stationed over in Japan right now, in the military, and that's a shout out to Jake, and we will echo that with a thank you for your service, Jake.
Yeah, Jake, I also want to take a time and just say thank you so much for the service that you provide us, the freedoms that you provide us with. You know, everyone in the military that's out there watching, just thank you so much. Just a reminder, if you're a military card player, and if for some reason you're in the area around the 4th of July, we do a fundraiser for the military. We did our first one this year. We plan on doing our second one, and it's going to be a yearly thing.
The salute to service.
Yeah, the salute to service, and we'll be getting that ramped up. Me and Vic will start getting the wheels turning actually in January, in about a month from now.
Yeah.
We're going to start getting on that for July.
Well, we're going to
thank you.
We're going to hit the pavement so that we can get more contributors this year from the outside. But here we go with a bomb pot in the No Knit Thursday. If you're the lowest VPIP, which in this case is Buddha, Buddha's at risk from losing his seat if he does not win this bomb pot.
MGM sits. Look at that. Just looks at his cards. He's like, MGM, they're there. You really got a set.
$125.
100 because this is PLO style hand, so it's betting the pot.
You know what? I would never be nitpicky on players, but I will say that MGM, I hold to a higher. He's a veteran and he's a shark. I can't believe he didn't know the pot right there.
You guys are tied for VP.
And just because I love MGM so much, I'll troll him a little bit.
We get the vote.
If we both fold, what
We get the vote.
Buddha wants to clarify ahead of time because there are two players with the same VPIP at risk of being bumped out, and he says, what happens if both of us fold?
Oh, they're trying to.
Probably goes the chip amount.
If you
Yeah.
Would that be the tiebreaker, wouldn't you think? Neil, can you give us a question on answer that question on that one? That's a good one.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I think chip stack makes sense.
Chip stack.
I think it should be like fantasy football. If you have the same record, it goes to total points.
You're still
I can't
got a
believe
chance.
I played every hand. I don't know how the hell.
Hold on.
Neil didn't play any hand.
I played a lot of it.
Oh, he's gonna eliminate that. Don't worry about it. He eliminates that. All right, Buddha. See you later, buddy. It's only gonna be for a little while.
You bluff Buddha. That's nice.
All right, BG is in there.
Yep. Heads up now, going to the turn.
And he hits a flush, but it gives Bob a full house. Money card for Bob. The king high flush.
And he's going to bet the pot, make it 300, back
Ooh,
over
now
to
that
Big
might get him
Pedal.
out.
Come on, this is my first rodeo.
It's looking like
Bill
it.
Pedal, Big Pedal, look at him shaking his head there, BG Pedal.
I think that's kind of a nice bet by MGM Bob.
Yeah,
If you would've-
it would require an all in here from Pedal to call for Pedal to call.
Good fold. You say it's good
It's
fold.
the worst diamond I could have seen.
You don't want a diamond. I got a full house.
Yeah, he's got.
I know you got a full house. That's why I said it's the worst.
Very
diamond
good observation by Pedal, who says that's the worst diamond I could have possibly seen. Pairs the board,
Somebody waiting to get on.
and there's the nit cam.
Oh, Buddha is the first knit of the night.
No.
Oh, Buddha, the knit cam. Thank you, by the way, Neil, for being on top of that one, buddy. I love the knit cam. I'm a fan since Neil put that in. Oh, there's the knit. He has to lose his seat and wait his turn now.
He's not happy about it.
This is a no knit Thursday, and sir, you are the first knit.
I can't miss you.
No, it just goes in the pot.
I'm just like
Goes in the pot. Yep. Talking about the rock, where does that go since he's vacating the seat, and the rock will now go back into the pot. Somebody wins the rock, then they have it in position, then they straddle. It's a $10 straddle.
Last time you had a monster stack and it happened to you. That was weird, dude. You're sitting with like $92,000 and you're like, I gotta get up.
Monster pot there.
$10 button straddle. MGM Bob making the call.
Hold the action, he said. Hold the action.
Hold it up, hold it up. First try I looked at were eights, Buddha. That's on four. Okay, we're good. You're good. Yep.
Neil now waking up with somebody wanted Neil to wake up, and he's awake now with pocket aces.
You don't need coffee to get excited about that one, do you, Vic?
No, and he's going to raise it up to 45.
Casual.
God dang it.
Gentleman raise, kind of.
The Pedal gets out of the way. Now Big Sexy has the Nemesis.
Yeah, come
He's
on.
new to the live stream. I know he's probably watched it,
I should have told him about the Nemesis on here.
but he may not be a veteran to the Nemesis.
I got the V pit thing. I wasn't playing enough hands. It felt like I was playing a lot of hands.
You were the knit. Buddha, just call it how it was. He was the knit.
Right now.
That's what he usually does.
I said he's done. He's all done.
FGM's loving this right
He
now.
is. And they are needling him something fierce.
5 players to the flop, though, on a King 5 deuce board, and this is where King Jack, the Nemesis, getting a player in trouble.
And let's see if it does indeed get him in trouble, because he's behind these pocket aces from Neil. He was the pre-flop aggressor. He's going to go all in now. And young Patrick in the box, in control, giving us a count.
Yeah, there's enough pot. You know, sometimes you might want to get cute and check your aces, but right now, if you can even dodge any outs, it's pretty much a full double up for Neil, even if he takes us down with only 168 behind.
Right. Trying to isolate now. Big Sexy goes all in. Bob only playing his second hand so far. Gets out of the way, and
Folded
we
one
are
of his
heads up.
jacks. Yeah, folded one of Big Sexy's jacks right there. So he's got 3 outs in the deck right now because we saw 2 jacks get folded in the muck.
And he's basically a 7-1 favorite here.
Ain't lucky yet.
Neil's got to dodge a king.
More cards. A lot can happen.
And a jack, which would give Big Sexy 2 pair. if the board can pair here with a 2 or a 5, it's going to give Neil a lot more breathing room.
And there's an ace.
Well,
That's all she wrote.
Speaking of breathing room,
Yeah.
there
Wow.
you go.
You just got all the oxygen you need, buddy.
Doesn't like
Yep.
you.
What? Man, I don't like
Nice hand, Mr. Coffee.
Nice hand, Mr. Coffee. Neil Brinkman,
I do enough for the whole table.
a.k.a.
I'm always
expert carpenter, contractor,
Yeah, I'm,
all-around great guy. He's a grandpa,
can't help. It's like I tickle myself.
and he is a character.
That's okay.
He's one of our favorites.
He did want to do a shout out, Neil did, and point out the fact that there's no doctor in the house. What is he
no
gonna,
Dr. Boring.
What is he going to do if
Oh,
there's
no.
no doctor in the house?
I'm surprised that Dr. Boring isn't on the message board yet, especially with Neil playing.
I'm thinking that Dr. Boring's spidey sense just went off with that hand wherever he is someplace. He's suddenly looking up and turning to his right and saying to somebody, "There's a disturbance in the force."
Yeah, I mean,
Right? You straddled 15 a few times.
Maybe after the stream went off.
Or am I wrong?
Yeah, I think you're wrong about that, Bob.
No, I accept it.
Back to the action now.
Now we can re-straddle. We were re-straddling.
We've got a button straddle at $10 from Derek, who's going to check his option, and we've got
It was 10 and 10 only.
He plays so many
we got
games.
Vince now coming into seat 10.
Check.
Gotcha. 20?
20's the bet.
Jill Billy hitting the queen and betting it. And got a piece of this. OP getting sticky. He's going to call. Neil getting sticky with his 8. And now open-ended for Joe, so he makes the call. And Derek, my goodness, we have got a pot of brewing. Let's see what Vince wants to do with his 9-6 offsuit. He does have a gut shot. And we're still 5-handed going to the turn. Nice job, young Patrick. Here comes the 3 of hearts.
40?
flush draw comes into play. No one has it.
Still on the clock now, even though he's over
But 2
10.
pair now for Jill Billy with her queen 3.
He's still on the clock. I mean, I know he works
I think
here.
he still gets to assist.
Yeah, I know he gets paid. I know.
And
he's
here she
paid
comes.
for
She's
it.
on a heater.
He gets paid when he's over there.
She has a beautiful smile and she takes your money while smiling at you. That's dangerous.
If you need any chips, I got them.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Vic, is that the most dangerous thing in poker? A woman with a beautiful smile as she just takes your money at the poker table?
That's a dangerous situation.
I love playing Go Fish with my kids.
We can play AC.
Now we're isolated, heads up going to the river. Jill Billy still in the lead, OP sticking around, and that's no help for OP. Let's see what Jill Billy wants to see if she can get some value out of this. $280 in the pot, and let's now see if OP wants to take a stab at trying to take this away. A third heart comes on the river, and see if he wants to represent. But we're going to go to showdown, and another pot here for Jill Billy. She is well above $1,000 after her $500 buy-in. And the viewers that are rooting for Jill Billy have got to be going crazy for her right now.
In the words, may I quote the great singer Alicia Keys, this girl is on fire.
She is.
And she's got a great support system on the message board tonight. Jill Billy is definitely represented.
I was afraid you were going to flush me.
I know they're fired up. I see Sarah Clark out there
Let you get there.
sending some love.
And if you've already hit the like button, then hit the heart button. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Give us some more likes here. We're going till 10:15 tonight.
Can you tell Vic's fired up? If you haven't hit the like button, hit it again. But yeah, I echo my partner's sentiments. Yeah, smash that like button. It helps out a lot, guys. The more likes we get, the more traction we get. The more we get new eyes on the live stream. The people that you're watching get a bigger audience. Thank you so much, by the way, for being the bloodline of this live stream. It's made by the people, and we do it for the people.
Who's playing tonight? I'd like to make a little wager on that.
Neil now waking up again. Pocket queens.
I
Ladies,
want to bet against the Patriots.
$35.
we just had ladies' night on Saturday.
And a suited queen now, and Big Sexy's going to go all in. if the graphic is correct, which I think it is, it's about 109 in chips in cash now over to MGM Bob. Pocket 3 is certainly something to think about. And what he's got to be thinking about is that the pre-flop raiser is to his left, which is Neil. Does he want to come in here and smooth call these pocket 3s and then get stuck?
I know Big Sexy has ran in the kings and now queens, so he's gotten a little unlucky. Or I'm sorry,
Yeah.
aces and queens. But man, he loves the gamble. I love that about him.
Now the other thing that Neil's got to be thinking about is Jill Billy, who's on a heater, makes the call. She is well above 1,000 in chips. If he pushes all in, will he get an isolated
104 to you.
game between he and Big Sexy? Or will he get a call from Jill Billy with a big hand? Really something to think about, isn't it, Dom? For
Yeah.
Neil at this point.
I think he's a little perplexed right now just with the smooth call.
I
of
think he
100.
is too.
And normally that means you have the other player either dominated or they have aces. And I don't mind this raise at all from Neil. I think this is a nice raise. We got a 4-bet up to 304. Ooh. And it looks like she's going nowhere with the suited ace jack of spades. This is a huge pot, folks.
Yeah,
brewing.
we've got a main pot and we've got a side pot. Young Patrick's going to do a great job of getting this set up for us. We're basically going to have 300 in the main pot plus a little bit, and then a side pot between Jill Billy and Neil. Call your friends, call your neighbors, call your cousins. Big hand alert, big game tonight.
721 in the middle, and we have a wow, look at that. Jill Billy is on fire.
She is.
Flopping top pair. The worst flop for Neil.
Do you have one? You sit down. You're blocking one of the cameras, check.
Yeah, your big fat head.
Sorry, camera.
You probably lost like 20 viewers.
Yeah, he's going to see a free card.
Gotta
of
check,
course.
check.
And Jill Billy also has the blocker for Queen 10. Right now, she's in great
And they go
shape.
check, check again.
And she still has it.
Does not improve Neil's or Big Sexy's hand. And ace-jack of spades.
And
She's got Neil shaking his head. However, as Anastasia points out on our board here, she's not had luck with going all in with queens. I think if he goes all in with those queens, Jill Billy calls and he loses all of his money. And what do you think about that, Dom?
I don't know if with a shove. See, she put in 100 and he basically 3x'd it. He has another, what, 500 behind? I think if he shoves, she goes away. But I like what he did creating a side pot. He was still a huge favorite before the flop.
I know.
I got to really see how much he has behind him. But if he has another 500, that's, gosh, if you put in 100, Vic.
It looks like he had like 350 behind him after that after that 4-bet.
I still think, yeah, because that would be like 500 more. I don't know if she calls that one. She might get out of the way. Concede, at least think an ace-king's out. I was surprised she even called 100, honestly, with the ace-jack, but it worked out great. She's on the heater. She's playing her heater. Good job, Jill Billy.
Is she close to 2,000 now?
Yeah, I think she's hit the 2,000
A
mark.
$500 buy-in for everybody here on Thursday night for the No Net
1,800.
Thursday.
Wow.
And she's at 1,800. And we are not 3 hours into this yet. We're going to be going till 10:15 tonight. Actually, we're not 2 hours into it yet. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think you're right around the money there, Vic, about 350. Give or take. I'll tell you what. If you're playing horseshoes, you got points there.
Yeah, so Big Sexy now gets belted, and we've got a return player in Tarantula Nick. So his son Nicholas and his grandma Barbara have got to be happy to see Nick back at the game.
Yeah, not a long wait.
Kill Billy's going to call here. Jill Billy with King 3 of clubs.
Jill Billy is going to have to get her stack in order. She's got so many chips. What a terrible problem to have, having so many chips.
Yeah, a couple of players with ace, queen,
Jill Billy coming in with King 3 suited. She's live.
Transportation fee, it would be over if anything.
Three-handed. Jill Billy still stacking up from the last hand, and here comes the flop.
And oh wow, 2 clubs right on the flop. We got a 9 deuce 8 board. Now Jill Billy with the flush draw.
Give me 200.
Now you're getting greedy.
Well, he's charging transportation
Right.
fee.
That's 50. Joe's going nowhere. Vince. Shout out to Vince too.
Whoever's up, don't go too far, will you?
Now we can say Vince is one of our regulars, a great addition to the room.
Who are you next?
And there's a 3 for Jill Billy.
And she's in the lead with the King 3 of clubs because she's hit the king. She's got a flush draw. She makes a bet. Joe does not hesitate. Makes that call.
That was arguably the sloppiest call on the reserve history. Did you see one of the chips flew off the table? Come on, Joe. You're a vet, too. You're better than that. You got to have better accuracy.
And heads up.
And 2 pair now. Oh, and she checks.
She checks. She
What
might
is-
might have missed an opportunity there.
No,
However,
Joe might shove. Yeah.
and he does.
Joe does shove with ace
Joe
high.
trying to make a move here, going all in.
I don't think she could lay down 2
Up
pair.
against the heater that is Jill Billy so far tonight. She asks for a count. And Kevin, I'll get that chip count here for you shortly.
I'm surprised she needs a count. Honestly, I don't think with the amount of money in the pot she can't fold.
She calls.
Yeah.
Calls the 278. She's got 2 pair.
And she shakes her head. Like kings and 3s is a horrible. Jill Billy, you got to be more confident than that. That's a monster.
My goodness. And this is going to put her up.
She is running through the table. This
Over
is Jill
$2
Billy's
grand.
world, and we're just a part of it.
So Kevin is asking
Lego.
for a chip count. And there it is. If you could then follow that up with the plus and minus cumulative winnings for tonight, that would be greatly appreciated. Chosen one. And look at the hearts are just flowing here for
Oh, yeah.
Jill.
If you like that action, if you like that hand for Jill Billy, smash that thumbs up, that like button. We're getting close to 50. Let's get up to 50 likes.
Load up a rack, I'll give you change. You guys are in trouble.
And we're
But she has to color up.
yeah, we got to call the floor for a color up here for Jill, so that
She's
we can
running
have
out of
enough,
room.
so we can have enough room to play the game here
She
tonight.
can't put the cards in the readers, guys.
In the
That's how
mean-
many chips she has.
Yeah, in the meantime, just to talk about what's going on here locally, tonight is the Holiday Classic Satellite. That's a $40 buy-in, and you have an opportunity to win a $300 voucher. Our customers asked for a $300 voucher rather than a ticket to the big one, and that's what they're getting. So this is our last satellite before the Holiday Classic, which begins on Monday. There are currently 3 tables for that here tonight. And there is the Rock, a $10 straddle from Neil, part of this No Knit Thursday. Also, the yellow No Knit chip indicates whether you have won a hand or not. And Buddha's going to raise this up now with Jack 9 offsuit. Vince, couple of clubs, ace 4. There's our most excellent floor manager, Brian Smith, helping out, getting a color up here. Neil now making a big bet. After his $10 straddle, he's going to raise this up with ace queen and make it 110. Frustrating night so far for Buddha. Basically had to take a timeout because of his VPIP rating.
He's back at it.
And no callers here. Neil takes that down. Doesn't have to show because he didn't have the. He showed earlier in this round.
We actually have another winner other than Jill? Is that allowed?
Well, maybe because she was
She was
distracted.
stacking.
She was
She was
distracted.
stacking. Yeah,
getting
fair
colored up and stacking the chips.
She's got a stack of black chips, 100 right now. We are just over 1 hour in our $500 max live
know.
stream.
I know.
And Jill Billy is up to like, what, 2,500?
Yes.
Over 2,000. Let's see when it comes around to her. There it is. Yeah, up to 2,400 already.
A $1,900 profit for Jill Billy. We're going till 10:15 tonight. This is our No Nit Thursday 1-3 No Limit Hold'em cash game here at the Reserve, Toledo, Ohio.
Notice the chart we saw there. There was only one other player in the green by just a couple hundred. She has literally taken everyone's money so far. What
MGM
run.
Bob, Ace Jack, he's going to raise it up. Vince makes a call. So does Jill.
You might as well call with any two cards right now. Play the heater. I like it.
The OP coming in with a pocket sevens. Just going to call this, smooth call this.
I don't think there's anyone waiting now, right, Patrick? We can talk
$130 pot now
There's somebody waiting. Oh, there's Joe.
with 6 players, and here comes the flop from young Patrick. And Buddha finally hits top pair. He's got a 9 kicker, but he's going to check it.
Yeah, also it has the gut shot straight draw with his 10-9 on a 10-6-7 board, couple of hearts. Set of sevens, though, for the OP. This one could be interesting. Jill's coming along with king high. I guess when you got a mound of chips, you're like, I'll float one.
And here we go. He's hit his set. OP. He checked and now is going to raise. A check raise to 155. Buddha did not bet. He checked. He has an opportunity to get out of here cheap, even though he's got top pair. And Vince tried to get things going with a bet, and this time...
Hey, good luck. Yeah, I'll need it.
The whole table's wishing the OP luck because Jill's in the hand. That's how much on fire she is.
Anything else she has. She doesn't get flushed.
She gets out of the way. OP shows the set.
Chasing the flush and ends up. Mine's gone now.
Yeah, it's your turn, OP.
It's OP's turn. He shows his cards, gets rid of the yellow no nit chip.
With the flush draw out there. Yeah, my name is
I don't think you can.
You have it.
That's why I wanted to know.
I think we didn't notice. Yeah.
Pull down.
It was hard to see that.
So I've met Jill a few times. I'm so happy for her right now. She's so pumped up inside. It's good to see. Like I said, up to like 2,300, 2,400 in that range. She just gave back a little bit, but she still got a mound. This is one of the best opening hours on Thursday night history by any player.
Yeah.
For the first hour, Jill, 25% of the way in through this live stream, and she's up to 2,400.
A limp here from Tarantula Nick, and I think the limping is over now with King Queen and Buddha trying to get something going. He definitely doesn't want to be the subject of a low VPIP, and he certainly doesn't want to be the last person standing with the yellow no nit chip, so he raises it up.
Jill Billy with a mystery hand.
Look at this action, Dominic.
Game's juicy, Vic.
It certainly is.
We just heard big hand alert.
We did.
They're taking our lines.
They are.
I mean, mine's big hand alert and the call your neighbors. You got to get that copyrighted, Vic.
6-handed, 7-handed going in with a
The Vic
mystery
special
hand from Jill.
on a 3-King-6 rainbow board here, and Buddha with King Queen. That's a hand that Jill has won a lot of money with tonight so far. Right now, BG Pedal is the only one I see with a piece of anything. And it looks like Buddha's going to take this one down.
I can reload it.
Tight area.
And a nice pot. Just what Buddha was looking for after having to basically serve a timeout.
The rock's gotta go on the
Oh yeah, I gotta go again.
And I hear the rock is coming out someplace, probably on the button. That's a $10 button straddle. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight, and thank you everybody for hitting that like button. Very important to us to do that, and if you haven't, please do. And if you like what you see so far, and you have hit the like button, and you've got one of your favorite players doing well,
She's got a mess.
put the hearts out there, because I think Jill's got quite a following here tonight, and they are excited.
Yeah, it's been an active message board. We see a lot of hearts going on there. It's a fun time. Fun show so far. Man, a crazy first hour.
25.
It's so much fun when you're seeing someone enjoy a heater like this. Jill Billy with a King Deuce again. She must love King Deuce because she keeps playing it.
Ty Steve has joined us again. Always a pleasure, Ty Steve. Thanks for coming on.
Tarantula Nick coming in there trying to hit a set with his threes.
Regardless, I forgot I had.
5 players.
And we got a Jack 5 Ace rainbow board.
That's your goal.
Pair of jacks for Derek and OP.
Well, I would have sold it to you for half.
Derek in the lead with his queen kicker.
I don't think I want it that bad.
Her goal is to get the rock.
I've never had it.
You're about to get a bunch of rock. People are gonna be throwing at you out in the parking lot.
Oh, jeez.
Feel bad for you, they're gonna be hitting them with your car with them next.
We drove my car.
Oh, you're good then.
Right, 3 players.
So now we go 3 players to the turn. Tarantula Nick's going to stick around with his pocket threes. Got 2 players with a jack. And the 8 is no help to Nick, who checks it. Now Derek clearly in the lead with the queen jack, and he's going to bet this. Putting the pressure here on OP, who does have second pair. Just like Derek, but Derek's got a stronger kicker. And now we're going to go heads up. Nick folds those threes, and we're going to go heads up to the river. Oh, my goodness. Look at this, Dominic. 2 pair now for the OP, and a wise check here from Derek. Unless he was trying to set something up here.
Not the best run out you want to see.
And difficult to try to set something up, even though you've got the jack with an ace on the board. And I like this bet sizing from OP. I think he's getting some value here.
He's trying to squeeze out max value out of the sand, and that was a great bet sizing from him. That's about as much as you're going to get.
I gotta hit it once in a while too.
And you pointed out earlier about OP's Detroit Tigers outfit here tonight. It was Joe that pointed out, make sure that the crowd knows that every time OP comes, he's got a different outfit. He's ready to show a different side of him. And last week we saw the straw hat with the
yes.
ace of spades stuck in it. Tonight, OP, baseball's finest manager, third base coach, whatever you want to call it.
Listen, the OP is the closest thing that we have to Ric Flair. The OP is the Ric Flair of the Midwest. Let's just call it how it is. Styling and profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, wheeling dealing, son of a gun.
Yes.
Trying to spot it.
Yeah.
A lot of talking.
Oh, there it goes.
Not much walking.
Yeah.
Dealer change now. Adam coming in.
I get confused with that.
I do too.
Mr. Dunn, welcome to the message board.
That's what I'm here for.
Well, and thank you, Mr. Dunn, for that great comment. Appreciate it. And we've got a $10 straddle and a raise. Vince is going to come along with 8-6 of spades.
We were having fun that night.
JF in the house. JF, hope all is well. Message board pop of the night. Now down to the OP now with a King-8 offsuit. $20 to go. Raised up by MGM with Ace-9 of spades.
One round?
I don't care.
Anyone not good with it? 1 round under the gun straddle. Everyone good with it? All right, he started.
Big pedal now. He's in position, and he's got ace jack, so he's going to 3-bet this and make it 80. Nick just a little frustrated there. Buddha, though, is coming along with king 10 in the big blind.
Yep. This table's getting juiced up and very entertaining to watch.
MGM Bob just proposed to the table that they do a mandatory straddle for one round. I don't know that he needed to do that. I think we've been getting straddles just about every hand anyway.
I mean, listen, poker players are poker players, Vic. It's never enough. You want more money in the pot at all times.
Yeah.
You got the shark there, ready to pounce.
Jill Billy up over $2,000, making the call with Jack 7. And are we going to see some kink in Jill's armor here? Because while she's been on a heater, it's really been a post-flop heater, not necessarily pre-flop.
Well, we got 311 in there.
Three-handed, Buddha with king 10 of hearts.
And there is a queen deuce 10 flop. Buddha getting the best of it. Neither players have even one diamond in their hand, so the flush draw is not a real thing. And even now with the 6.
It's a free card, but it's not a very good card, but Buddha likes it. It's good for him because now that second pair with the king kicker looks more appetizing. And Jill Billy folds that Jack 7. The pre-flop aggressor with the ace jack, BG pedal, $100 to call if he wants to stay in this hand.
Same thing that happened last time. She was a big winner last time.
I need a card. Yeah.
Buddha shows and takes down another hand. So his second attempt at this table is going a lot better than his first round. And we've got a contribution for the kids from Chris Roberg. Thank you so much, $10.
Oh, we got our first donation of the day.
Greatly appreciate it.
Chris.
Any donations you make between now and the 17th of December on the live stream are going right to our Toys for Tots donation. The program we're participating in is the U.S. Marine Corps program here in this area, and we were proud to be a part of it last year with $10,000 going to that. And that was our goal, and we've already exceeded the 10 grand, and we still have 10 days to go, 9 days to go.
Can I just say, can we try to go for 15?
Yeah.
Let's go above and beyond. Let's touch as many families and kids' hearts as we can. Love this cause. It's such a great just band together and make sure everyone has a beautiful family Christmas.
And now, besides King Deuce, is Jill Billy getting to like the moose? Now she's the second time she's coming in with this.
And I don't blame her. She's not the first person to start falling in love with the moose at this live stream table.
Of course, it was just a call.
And now we got a raise. Yeah, Buddha's going to bump it up with the Nemesis here.
With the Nemesis.
60 to go.
And Jill Billy
60.
willing to spend some additional dollars here because she is the chip leader.
Jeff, I will go over how you can donate after this hand in between the next hand, my friend. Thank you for asking.
Last week.
Yeah, so she's going to come along. Yeah, the moose in the house.
Yeah, and this is probably going to impact the decision that OP and Neil makes. I believe we're going to see call in a big pot here with 5 players.
And this is going to be a juicy one.
This is already a 1-3 game, and we've got 260 in the pot pre-flop with 5 players.
A $500 max game, and you got half a original max stack, just ready to be taken. 310 over half, and we got a ace 8-7 rainbow board, and Jill Billy flopping the best of it right now with a pair of 8s.
And she bets it. Here she comes out, 40. The OP hits a piece of this, and so does Neil. It's a rainbow board, but OP's going to come along, and so is Neil.
Buddha with King Jack gets rid of it, the nemesis.
He was the pre-flop aggressor, but now he gets out of the way, and we're going to go three-handed to the turn.
Tally that one for Buddha on a successful nemesis hand. And a 3.
Commonly referred to in this situation as a rag.
Yes.
Jill does check. And let's see if Neil sees an opportunity here and he's behaving as such. But it's got to be with 430 in the pot. I think he's going to want to be north of 100. And he's not. He's going to bet 65. But so far, that's enough to get the chip leader out of the way. And a check in the dark. A call and a check in the dark from OP.
Neil got the best hand in the fold, though. Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
And this could be terrible news for OP.
Yep. Wow. A check in the dark, no less. And now Neil.
It's like another 80 he's putting in there.
Going to put 80, and I think this is like dropping blood in the water with the Sharks. He wants a raise. And a call. And sevens with a jack kicker. Ace jack kicker instead of sevens with a 6 kicker. So Adam's going to have to count out all of these, count out all of Neil's chips.
What a huge one for Neil right there.
Big turnaround here for Neil.
Oh, that pot.
Who was off to a pretty slow start tonight.
Well, he's ahead now. He's on his first buy-in, and there was 310 just in the pre-flop raising, along with all the action after the flop. Turn, river. He pretty much has close to 1,000 probably right now.
And Jeff, real quickly, I did this the other night for somebody. I'm going to walk through this. If you go down to the bottom of the screen, like I'm looking at on my iPad, and you see the chat bar, and then you go to your right, and there's a smiley face. You go further to your right, and there's a dollar sign. Click on that. There's a drop-up box, or drop-down maybe for you, that comes up. I hit the super stickers. Super stickers comes up, and it gives me the opportunity to choose the amount that I want to donate. I am going to donate again for the kids tonight, another $5. I click on that. I hit send. It's going to ask me to confirm it, and I hope that helps you.
And by the way, the super chat right next to the super stickers, though, I do want to go in that. You can type in the super chat, like it does like $4.99 there. You can go directly on 5 in the super chat.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I personally like the super chat option, just because it seems like the stickers, it's always $9.99, $4.99, and whatnot. The super chat right below it, you can get exactly 5 exactly. But put it this way, thank you so much for your donation, guys. Either one works. They're for the children. Vic, I think I got to do one too now. I want to give.
Buddha now, he's going to utilize his position on the button. King 10 offsuit. He's going to raise this up, make it 60. And now an all-in from Vince. He's been a little frustrated here. He's got ace-queen offsuit. He's going to push in the remainder of his cash chips here. And 184 is the bet. Thank you, Adam. Jill Billy looks like she's making this call because she can. She's up over 2,000. She's got ace-6 of hearts. She does make the call. Back over to Bob K, a.k.a. the Perch Master.
He is the Perch Master. We could even call him the Whisper.
The Perch Whisper. Oh, yeah, because he does that with the rice.
The motor.
The rice and the motor.
The rice and the motor, yeah, he is.
We'll get to that in a minute. Now it's on Buddha, who needs 124 to call.
The rice. I forgot about the rice.
Normally go all in here, but
Vince picking the right time to do this.
Buddha's trying to convince himself to fold. He really wants to be in this pot. He has seen,
I'm just going to call.
and he's going to make the call. So we are going to have a side pot and a potential side pot if the betting takes place further between Buddha and Jill. And let's see if Jill's heater can continue. Ace-6 of hearts. Vince Glad to see that makes that call, and Buddha hits the best of this.
I will check.
All in.
All of it. It's top pair, standard procedure.
We saw her make a pretty loose call earlier.
Well, with the amount of money in there with 586, he made his decision. He thinks his king is good, so he's going to stick with his gut. The flush draw out there.
733.
Now, Jill Billy, I know she's playing her rush. I know she's going to full. I'm not going to predict it, but what I'm getting at is now I think she needs to switch gears a little bit because she's kind of she's giving back $500.
Yeah,
by just call in a short period of time. Oh, wow.
Wow, and the diamonds, runner, diamonds, and Vince getting a much-needed pot here. Holy cow.
Runner, nothing funner.
Wow.
Wow, look at this bombardment. I got to take a minute. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that donated, 7 people who donated. Sarah Clark with a $20 donation, Deanna with a 5, Jeff with a 15, Chris with a 10, James with a 5, myself and Vic with 5. Thank you so much, guys, for donating the Toys for Tots. Look at just the good vibes in the air on the message board, providing presents. And guys, we are updating the tree, as you can see in the background. So this money that you're getting, look for the new toys in the next coming up live streams. We're going to take this money, probably whatever we get here and Saturday, and I'm assuming on the weekend. By next Tuesday, we'll have more toys down there. You see a couple bicycles. We got Mario's, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I saw dinosaur eggs with dinosaurs in them.
Baseball mitts.
Yeah, baseball mitts.
Soccer balls. Yep.
Look at that gear back there.
Yep.
All going to the children. Thank you so much for your generosity, guys. 20.
And I'm Neil. Together we're Neil and Bob.
40, 50, 55, $65 so far we've raised tonight. Thank you so much, guys. I'm writing that down, and I'm going to keep adding to it. You guys rock. Toys for Tots. All tips go toward the children for Christmas. Wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. Thank you, Brian. All right, let's get back to the action, but I'll say if we're ever going to take a pause from the action, it's going to be the action of the people donating to a great cause.
Yeah, great cause. And now Jill Billy's going to call the 20 with ace-queen. You talked about mixing things up a little bit. I would have liked to seen her make this raise. Bob coming along with pocket fives.
But that's been her style all night, and it's working for her.
Yeah, it was a raise from Derek with the ace-2 of spades on the button. Here we go.
And we got a couple of kings and a 3. And a flush draw for Tarantula Nick here with 2 hearts, 2 pair for Bob.
Bob is actually in the lead here with his 5s. He does check it, and a check all the way around.
And that free card allows Tarantula Nick to hit the flush with 154 in the middle.
Let's do 20, she says.
Yeah, Jill Billy does get another flush draw, the second highest available with her ace-queen offsuit. Holy smokes, BG Pedal just donated $50 to Toys for Tots. Wow. We're going to get to that right after this hand.
You want the underdog? I'll take the favorite.
No, I like Pittsburgh. I don't know if it's a favorite.
Pittsburgh's a favorite.
So you want Pittsburgh with, and you're giving me 3 or 4?
Yeah, I'll tell you what you want.
And there's the raise from Nick.
Are you on the
Pretty standard right there.
Jill Billy.
Nick's going to take in a
Holds
nice
that queen
pot
of
here.
hearts, and he's going to take down a nice pot. He also got felted earlier.
Well, he just got 164 profit back, so that was a nice chunk.
Yeah, he's back for his second go here at tonight's 1-3 no limit hold'em no Nit Thursday. We do have a list. A couple players waiting to fill the seats. Once you get felted on a Thursday night, you buy in for 500. If you get felted, whether it's the list or the feeder table, somebody takes your spot, and then you go back in line. Also, we track the VPIP. If you look at the bottom of the screen, that is scrolling with the VPIP for each player. At the top of each hour, there is a bomb pot with 10 players. It's a single board bomb pot. If you are the lowest VPIP, you are at risk at being moved off of the feature table here if you don't win the bomb pot. First bomb pot of the night, our Nit Cam wound up being on Buddha, but he's back here again, and now Neil's going to raise this up. He's getting froggy.
Getting froggy indeed. And by the way, just another shout out to BJ Pedal for the $50 donation, and to everyone who has contributed. We are up to $115 for the kids tonight. My adrenaline's going a little bit about that, Vic. $35 to go now. Vince is coming along with the Snowman, my favorite hand in poker. Pocket eights.
That's why I bet so big. I really thought you had a king. You got 5 players.
5 players going to the flop.
And we have 9, 6, queen, couple of hearts. Pair of nines. Currently,
Neil, who
best
started
made hand.
this with the 9, he makes a bet, but now Derek, open-ended, he's going to push all in and put on the pressure.
Yeah, he has a big drawing hand with 2 overs on the 9, slight favorite.
Really just another 100 here for Neil to make this call. Tough to lay this down, even though
Yeah, for
it's
the price.
weak hand, but he's going to make the call.
He's going to love what he sees, though.
He's going
I
to
mean,
love what he sees, yeah, because it's a coin toss, right?
Yeah, it's a lot
Down.
better position than you thought. You're assuming the player has a queen or better. And he's still alive. More outs for Derek, and he hits the straight. Yeah, that turn with that 7 gave him a flush draw along with an open-ended straight draw and 2 overs. And he hits one on the river. Derek is going to get a $566 pot, profit $337.
Fold 9-3. That's a general rule. Always fold 9-3.
The action's flying at the table. The donations are flying.
I want words from Buddha now.
Buddha and Neil going at it. Buddha trying to give some wise words to Neil.
That you should have on that shirt.
You could have 9-3 right here. It doesn't
And you do good, though, not folding. Neil does better. The more he folds, the better he does.
But I know half the day got the turn.
Hey, Buddha,
Put that
did my money get in good?
It did.
Did it get in good?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Love the banter. Loves the Thursday nights. We've got players that come in to play 1-3 no limit hold'em for a $500 buy-in that just have a great passion for this game.
It's one of my favorite nights of the week, period.
And there's the rock. That is a $10 mandatory straddle if you have it in your hand and you're in position. So a $10 straddle. Now back over to Buddha. He's definitely going to raise this up with ace-10 offsuit, and he does. Makes it 60. Derek now, after taking a big hand down, he's going to make the call with ace-queen of hearts.
I think he's bumping it up. I see. Yeah, here we go. He announced something we couldn't hear. 180.
Oh, he did bump it up. Okay.
If you're seeing the style of this table, too. Oh, Billy with the Cowboys.
Wow. Call your friends, call your neighbors, call your cousins. We're going till 10:15 tonight. The action's been just crazy. There's no reason to believe it's not going to keep up. What is she going to do here now with 179 to call? She's up to 2,000 in chips.
120 more, so you have to raise 120 more. We'll need a minute.
She wants to know what would be the right raise.
No, she didn't
Or
ask
the
what
legal
we're not
raise.
allowed. Yeah, we're not allowed to tell her what the right raise is. She's asking the min raise.
The min raise, exactly. Not the right raise, the min raise. And she goes ahead and raises it up now. She's going to make it 300. She wanted to make sure that whatever she did was proper to the rules and the etiquette of no limit hold'em poker. Nick a little frustrated.
Don't be too frustrated, Nick. You just won a nice pot. Momentum's going your way, buddy. You got a good haircut.
Because she had to do a minimum raise here to reopen.
Beard game strong.
So it opens the
Correct.
Did we see a third ace folded? I'm trying to remember.
We saw ace 4, and now ace
Yeah,
10.
yep. Nick
Here's
had an
queen.
ace. Yep.
So, yeah, right now there's only one more ace in the deck for Derek. They are suited, though. It makes it so tough.
And he
she
did-
mid-raised it.
And he did just take down a nice hand here. Derek did.
Look at this, though. 573 in the pot. And here's the situation. 120 more for 573. And you're probably thinking you're beat, but it's like, man, suited ace queen.
All in now. This is likely going to be, I don't know, but I think it's going to be a snap call from Jill.
Yeah, he's going to need to hit a draw, basically, or 2 queens, because there's only 1 ace in the deck. I mean, that ace is still in there, though. But it,
576.
did I just see an eye roll from Jill?
Yes, a couple
Like
of them.
she's disgusted with having kings right now? Jill, you got to love these moments. If you don't love kings in these moments, when do you... You're a heavy favorite for a $1,200 pot, Jill. Get excited.
I don't care either way.
And here it comes.
Jack high board.
No help to Derek here. Still no help.
Yeah, he needs an ace and an ace only.
Ace only and doesn't get it.
And Jill, she
Wow.
didn't look excited about it. I hope she is now. There you go, Jill. You won $1,200 more coming your way. The heater. Here comes the Jill Mafia on the message board with some hearts. I'm calling it right now. Jill, you are on fire. Congratulations on another big pot.
I honestly thought that was the whole reason you were doing
Yeah,
it.
Sarah on there even said the eye roll. Like, yeah, what is she? She just laid it out. Oh, there it is. Now she's having fun. This
Now
victory
she's
dance.
smiling.
That's the first pocket pair I've had all night. Honest to God. That's the first pocket pair I've had all night.
Was she trying to do an Oscar performance with the eye roll? But I think he was already all in. That's the thing. You don't need a.
Could
You don't
be,
need
and
a.
probably a subconscious eye roll.
Yeah.
She let it slip out.
Dr. Bourne in the house. Dr. Bourne, you are just tuning in, and Jill is on a record. She was up to 2,400 after 1 hour. She gave a little bit back, but she just got all of it back and some more. She's probably back up to at least 2,500 after that
Can
one.
I put this on the button?
She is on a tear in a $500 max buy-in game.
And sticking with the rules of No Nit Thursday, she points out that she's got the rock, so that goes on the button for a $10 straddle. That's how we do it here on Thursday nights.
That was a goal of hers, remember, to get that.
And Jack 4 of diamonds now for Neil. Loves the action. Tarantula Nick is definitely going to raise this up, and he does. Makes it 45 to go with the ace-10 offsuit.
Yeah, over here.
And Joe comes back to the table after Derek gets felted.
Oh, Jill, Billy, now with pocket nines. The heater continues.
Oh, my goodness.
It's 45?
Yep.
Okay. I'll call.
She's going to come along. Here comes Jill.
Thank you for the reminder.
She has the best hand pre-flop right now. Let's see if the flop does her any favors. Sees if this heater continues.
Neil or Mikey?
No, I thought they said 35.
Neil gets out of the way, too, it looks like. Oh, no, Neil's in there.
Neil's in there, and
And
he
he flopped
really
the
has.
best.
He's got the best of it with the jack.
She bet the jack.
A gut shot opportunity here for Tarantula Nick. 45 to call into almost a $200 pot.
Why'd you do that? You knew I was going to bet. Why'd you do that instead?
And he makes a call. Over the Jill.
Raise to 90.
Did she just min raise it to 90? I think she did. A min click to 90.
And Dr. Boring, you're just joining us, and we're seeing a heater here from Jill Billy. So a min click here from Jill to these two players is a scary thing,
Neil lets it
regardless
go.
of the board.
Down to 2 nits. Somebody's gonna be forking over $50.
think for that price tag, you might just call to see if you can hit a queen.
There's nobody waiting now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll do the VPIP thing coming up the next deal.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Bomb pot, dropping down, kicking somebody off, but then it's gonna be Bob. You haven't played a hand all the time you've been setting.
I haven't seen squat.
You're getting kicked off the table.
I'm just following your footsteps. I'm just following in your footsteps, Studa.
Yeah, move the guy.
He learned it from you, Bo.
Don't follow me, you'll run off the cliff with me.
You fold ace, queen, pre-flop, throw 3 bets.
You still have a straw, don't you?
No,
You fold ace, queen.
I would tell you what I
Somehow or
know.
another, is there a computer screw up?
Nick asks a question, and Jill gives him the answer. She's not lying. Says you're on a flush draw. She says no. Lays it down. And we are going to do a rabbit cam.
That's why I did.
And the rabbit cam
Wow.
I have a full house.
means that was a good fold.
Oh, wow. Good day.
A full house, but it would not have beat Neil's full house.
The
And
heater,
yes,
she takes it down.
Neil is in seat 4. That was a question from Dr. Boring.
Who's in the hot seat? Bob, they said.
And there's some good needling going on tonight. Chris, you are correct.
Dr. Boring, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, that like if you're just tuning in. We are at 56 likes. Let's get up to 75, guys. Always like to try to get to 100 at least.
And we've got a dealer change. Just to summarize what we've seen over the last couple of hours, we have had a list, not a feeder table, but we have had a list. And we've had Buddha. We've had Nick. We've had Joe get felted.
We don't have an option. We have to play it, right?
Also, Derek got felted, so he's back on the list again. We have one player waiting, so we go to the bomb pot. And this is a single board bomb pot with 10 players, but the lowest person on the VPIP, which in this case is Bob K.
You got to play it well, but you have to play it.
You've got to win the bomb pot or you get moved off the table and the next person on the list takes your seat. And Neil has not been felted. He's been close to it.
No, other way.
Other way. That one, yep.
But he's done a good job of hanging in there. I know you don't want to hear that, Dr. Boring.
That might be me.
He also promised some real banter, and we have heard that tonight, without a doubt. But Neil wanted to do a shout-out, like many people do shout-outs. And the shout-out is, why isn't there a doctor in the house?
Paid more. I paid my hearing.
Dealer change. Here comes Nikki.
Checker.
Check.
Check.
A check from Buddha. Joe now
100.
checks his flush draw, and now MGM Bob hit his set of 10s, and he's got a 9. Vince now. Not a great starting hand, really, with 3 spades. Jill Billy, pocket aces in there, but she lets it go very wisely.
Yeah, top set for MGM Bob, though. He's in cruise control. I don't see right now anyone too in love with their hands, unless it's Joe with the king high flush draw.
So Bob's going to make the call. That was a pot bet from MGM Bob. A call from Bob K. And Joe now with the flush draw.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of diamonds out there, Vic, right now. So
Checker back.
little slim coming, and
And
that's
the
a
queen.
dangerous card for Bob.
Dangerous card for Bob.
400.
For there's MGM Bob, then there's Bob.
Yeah, Bob K. And there's a... and let's see if MGM Bob can get away with this. He does know that he's at risk of being moved if he doesn't win this. That may impact his decision.
Well, he does have the flush draw to go along with it, so he'd be drawn to a diamond that wouldn't pair the board,
Good
or a
point.
queen.
Good point, yes.
I think, as you see, I think all the are all the diamonds out.
Let's hear from our PLO players out there. Does Bob K. wisely make this call, or does he get rid of it?
Call.
He's got to get in there as he sees it. And the other flush draw gets out of the way, so that gives Bob even more opportunity here to catch up.
You probably win.
got the straight?
You got straight?
No, I got set of nines, set of tens,
Show me a winner.
set of tens.
I had a 10 too. And a diamond draw.
Okay.
Set of tens is gonna work.
8 of clubs on the river, and that is not going to be enough for Bob K. It is going to be a big pot here for MGM Bob.
Yeah, MGM Bob picks up a big one.
And Bob just did not see cards here in the 45 minutes to an hour that he was sitting in this spot.
For the camera, take your hat off and glasses.
What?
No knit. We got a knit, everybody. No knit
Uh-oh.
cam.
No, was there another Nick Cam moment right now?
Oh, I can't do 25.
No, we don't
You
want
get
it.
back on the list, Bob?
It's there. Sorry.
Is that enough?
Yep.
Yeah, you're the only one. You
Hope to see Bob K back on here later in the live stream.
300.
Tom.
Hopefully he's coming back.
10 and 10 only.
Very good poker player, though.
And Derek's going to come back in. He was one of the original players, got felted. Wasn't gone very long. Coming back in. That's the way we do No Knit Thursday. You do not re-up at the table if there's a waiting list or if there's a feeder table. Your seat gets filled. You can come back in when that seat is open if you're on next on the list, and you can buy in for $500. That's a min-max buy-in. It is not a match the
I
stack.
know it's stupid, but what am I gonna do? I'm gambling.
$10.
I know I got outs, you know, with top set. Call.
You didn't call 100 to see if you get your straight?
$10 to go. Everyone's coming along. And it looks like Jill is going to raise it up to 30 with her ace 8 suited in diamonds.
Close to 3,000 in front of Jill right now.
Two diamonds on the flop. The flush never got there.
She's
And
on fire.
a call from OP with the 6-5 in the small blind.
You guys need to learn how to play Omaha. That's all I need.
Back over to Joe now. Jack 7 of clubs.
You know, I play heads up on them.
He makes the call. MGM Bob, after taking a big pot down, close to 2,000 now sitting in front of him. So he's going to come along, and Vince with the moose suited. 8-5 of diamonds, so we're going to go 5-handed to this flop. Nikki in the box doing a great job getting that pot right. Look at that view. Here it comes.
Why would you said you play Omaha? Why would I play Big O?
And we got a Jack Ace 3 board, couple of spades.
Check.
Mid pair for Joe. Top pair for Jill. She's in the lead.
And she's going to bet 50. 1/3 of the pot. I do like the bet with this board and with her pre-flop action.
No, she won it back off of the
Oh, she won the last game?
She won it back off.
Oh, I was thinking the bomb pot.
Heads up.
Heads up now. Jill comes along with the Jack 7 of clubs.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing her at least put 50% in. I think she got lucky there.
Oh, and he
No one
checks
has
it, gets a free card.
Show me a winner.
And she's still holding on. It's running good for her.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, one thing, like I said, and it's been working for those, so I don't even want to. Maybe, Jill, don't listen to me what I'm about to say, because whatever you're doing is working a lot better than I've ever done. Just like, on a pot like 150, instead of putting 50 in there, maybe make it 75, put 50%, just so you're not, in case someone has, a draw, or you're getting a little bit more. I think she could be getting a little bit more value. If someone's going to call 50, they'll be calling 75. But like I said, she's tearing it up. She's on a great wave right now. What do I know?
I agree, Dom. The other thing is, though, that Anastasia pointed out watching her play so far tonight, she has been what you might consider timid on the river. She's gone down to
Last raise was $20, so
checked
yeah,
it down
60.
to showdown, and she is probably
trapped.
missing some value there.
But
and
she's trapped.
Anastasia is not sure why she would do that. Quite frankly, I don't know either.
But at the same time, it's worked out for her. She's trapped. She had a flush draw, got runner 2 pair, checked it. A gentleman moved in for a bluff, and then she snaps him off. So, like I said, there's more than one way to skin a cat in
Yes,
poker, and
always.
it's a beauty to watch. Also, I think it makes her hard to read at the table. You saw her with pocket nines get that best hand, with the $50 raise, and then a min raise, right? What was it, like 45? She made the 90.
Every time he's on a button, he's supposed to spread it. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, I forgot I could use that.
Looks like a raise from Joe. 45, or I'm sorry, 40. A 3-bet from Joe.
I didn't realize it was in front of Bob the whole time.
And we're going to go heads up here
Two
to the flop.
premiums. 7-5 versus 4 deuce. Classic.
Check.
Both players flop it. A gut shot with the 6-3. Buddha's going to come out for 50.
You're allowed to look back for a diamond. That should be against the rules.
Is Buddha going to show it?
A diamond and a seven.
And he shows.
We'll play.
7 high. Is that going to be in the race for Victory Cigar Hand of the
Well,
Night?
you know, I was just going to bring up the fact that, ladies and gentlemen, we try to do a Victory Cigar Hand of the Night when we conclude things at the end of the night. We are going to start doing some shorts on some of those big hands to re-show those on YouTube. And I don't have one yet other than this is the Jill Billy show so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's no way to make a...
You're talking about straddling.
Boys.
You want everybody straddle,
Boys.
everybody straddle, and then you don't want to straddle. What the hell?
6.
See?
Well, maybe
Now
snap
how
the
you
car.
feel. You should have straddled. You should have straddled.
It's Jill's world. We're just a part of it.
Head wouldn't listen.
That could be the short right there, because this is definitely the needling, the battling
$60 to play.
table every Thursday night, and that was just a great needle right there. What do you think, Chosen One? Can we do a short of
Come on, Mike.
Buddha going on a rant against MGM Bob?
All in.
Oh, all in alert.
All in alert from Joe with pocket jacks.
Good luck. Yeeter.
You're out of hand.
And this table is juicy.
Yes, it is. Ace Jack lets it go.
He just wanted Bob out.
Vince, tough night for him so far.
He actually, for King Jack, he's in better shape than he probably is wondering right now.
Yeah.
2 overs.
Okay, so there's no one else waiting. Well, Bob, are you getting back in?
Yeah.
No, Bob is waiting.
I think Bob sees this table how juicy it is. Of course he wants back in. He's a good card player.
Now back around to Buddha with diamonds. Queen Jack of diamonds.
On me.
Yep.
He needs 270. Well, he did raise prior to Joe's all in.
I mean, Buddha, if he makes his calls hoping he has Ace King, he's going to hate seeing Jacks there. Yeah, he was definitely hoping for Ace King being live.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
But Joe in a good position here, 724 in the middle to bring one in. Buddha's going to need a little help.
Basically a 3.5 to 1 favorite.
Wanted to do it once or twice?
One time.
It's only one time, and it's no net game. It's only one time.
Katie loves the Jill Billy show. And here we go. Here's the flop. No help there for Buddha.
Run it for 270, so there's no more betting.
Oh, there's
Oh,
a diamond.
but that's
we got
a help.
sweat and a gut shot.
Jack of spades, diamond.
And it hits. The
Wow.
straight hits for Buddha with the flush and gut shot on the turn.
Oh, my goodness.
Runner, nothing funner. And Buddha with the $700+ pot. Bringing it in.
Don't fold.
And the body isn't even cold, and there's there's the perch master. Just can't wait to get back in again.
Yeah, Bob's ready to pounce.
He's ready to play.
Oh, he's good enough. He can take 500 and make it 2,500 in an hour. I've seen it.
He has to go get him.
Respected card player in the area.
Hey, we can have him. Bring him in, Bob.
Yeah, just say what you need and I'll bring them to you.
How much do you want? 500.
You got 500 from them?
Yeah, I got 500.
Not from the table.
Did you bring these in?
Yeah, Buddha has it.
He has it. I thought he left it.
All right, still got 2 with the mid chip down there.
Your strap, are we still mandatory strap?
Your big blind.
No, it's done now.
And Bob, you got cards. You're first to act.
Okay.
He's only got 1.
Then you, how many do you have?
How many you got, Buddha?
No action, bring it back, right?
I got 2 cards.
Oh, there's a random one right there. I wonder. Oh, that's Neil's.
Can I keep these?
My favorite suit.
I can't remember
Yeah,
that.
me too. I love hearts.
Oh, me too.
Hearts mean love, and I love love.
Yes, who doesn't? I don't know if
Did
Neil
go off the table or
does.
something silly, right?
No?
There's our chip count. Again, this is our No Nit Thursday. This is a $500 buy-in, 1-3 no limit hold'em cash game, and you can see the amount of the cash that's on the table because we've had several people felt it and then coming back in for a re-entry of $500.
We're voting you off the
A
island.
lot of money here on the table for a 1-3 game.
Every chance you can straddle. You never straddle.
This guy is spending my money. He's telling me how to spend my money.
Oh, and more banter here between these two guys, and trust me, it's all out of love and affection.
$10.
My wife hates spending money.
There's a $10 straddle
She loves to raise.
and a raise now from OP. He's going to get froggy. He's been a little quiet down there. See what Neil wants to do with his 6.
I'll tell
With
you
his,
what,
ace,
Thank you.
and an all-in now.
the 6-4 suited.
6-4 suited by BG Pedal.
By the way, BG Pedal stepped away from the table and donated $50 for Toys for Tots. I want to give that man a shout out.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's a true gentleman right there. Donating $50 to charity while playing on the live stream. Classy dude.
Buddha just fold ace king of hearts. Sorry, Buddha. Got to call you out on that one.
What do I owe?
It's 74 total. You got 35 out there.
He did good last week.
He gets it, yeah.
He did good last week.
But
All right, this game is action. Here we go.
he should be at least breaking even.
39.
Oh, 39.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, there's no.
I don't think Neil is aware that he's got these guys crushed right now.
I don't think he is either. I think
Ace
he's
six
definitely
offsuit.
playing poker here, gambling, trying to
Walk, girl.
All right.
take
we
his
got two
chances
players
here,
coming in,
and
one's
he
on
has no
my
idea how
team.
good he's in shape he is right now.
And Neil's in good condition. We got a jack right in the one fight with a king and an ace. Neil flopping the best of it. OP with the gutter.
25, fold. He's got ace king.
Oh, that
Oh,
was,
so we saw
we had a
that was OP's last hand that didn't read. OP's got
Yep.
ace king 2 pair.
He needed 102 hard. Have hope.
Whoa, and I'll tell you what, Neil's probably pretty glad that OP let out
Last one.
because that 6 on the turn might have given OP more than just a yeah, a lot more than what he had just in there.
You got it?
OP could have had another 200-300 in his stack.
What?
Yeah, graphics are wrong on that one. Sometimes, guys, when the card readers, the cards aren't properly put in the card readers, it goes to the previous hand, and that's what happened right there. It does happen from time to time.
from time to time. That happens.
Yeah, as a player, you got to put your cards right in those boxes.
I think Jillian's fan base is starting to grow here. I'm seeing some other names coming on saying "Go Jillian."
Yeah, she's
And
tearing it up.
I think it's because I said call your friends, call your neighbors, call your cousins, and this is Jillian's so far show. And word has gotten out. We're starting to see some more viewers. And if you're just coming on, be sure to hit that like button. If you've hit the like button and you like what you see, hit that heart. And I'm seeing some hearts coming out.
Yeah, that thumbs up button, guys, goes a long way. That's how our channel grows. It puts us in the algorithm on YouTube. So when people type in, poker live stream, poker show, we pop up more. So through you guys, that's how we grow. And it's free. It takes 1 second. You just click the little thumbs up underneath the screen where you're watching the show. And like I said, that's pretty much how this thing survives and grows. And we appreciate all of you guys who are doing it. Our goal is always to at least try to get 100. We're at 65 right now, and we're climbing. So if you're just tuning in, I see we got over 100 people watching right now. You guys can make that little quick thumbs up. It'll go a long way, and we appreciate each and every one of you.
She don't fold, she don't miss.
Oh, we got another $5 donation. By the way, if you tip in our tip box, 100% of that's going to charity if you're just tuned in for Toys for Tots. We are up to $120 now with that $5 donation. Thank you, Alec. Appreciate you, brother. So $120 from you, the watchers.
Joe's coming back in after being
Aces.
felted, and he's going to wake up right away with pocket aces, and he's going to 3-bet this to $90. Buddha's going to come along with king queen. MGM Bob started this with a raise with his 8-7 of diamonds, but gets out of the way. Vince also folds the Motown. And Jill Billy, close to $3,000 in chips. What does she do? She folds, so we're going to go heads up to the flop.
Just here, or you watch other places?
And we have a 3-10 deuce rainbow board. Ace is still in commanding control.
I don't drive at night.
Call an Uber.
Oh, no, from the Detroit area?
Oh, I didn't know you lived up there.
Where do you want to live? Trent.
The 5-10.
The flop comes out, a check, and a boot, a bet right away from Joe, and a quick fold from Buddha.
That's how he do it.
How it's gonna be?
And now Buddha has the button.
Alec, we have hit the 10,000 goal, and so we're going to try to hit 15,000 now since we got till the 16th, 17th of December. So thank you guys for hitting our goal. Appreciate you all.
Rattle on the button.
Oh, really?
It's been a great achievement,
Yeah.
raising $10,000, our original goal for Toys for Tots, and now we're going to keep pressing forward
About 20 minutes.
and make it a 15K goal. And I'm thrilled. This early, still have roughly a week
10
left.
to play.
Let's see what we can do.
Bob in 8.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope. Now Bob in 9.
And you guys are the rock stars on our message board that have been donating.
10 to play.
That's MGM.
$10 to play. Here's Jill Billy, who's been on the heater. She's up to 2,900. Once again, a reminder, this is a $500 max buying game. She has pretty much 6 stacks in front of her in 2 hours of play.
He'd be a pimp, too.
And a pimp.
What was more lucrative for you?
OP now with the ladies.
Come on, man, it's up to you.
I'm thinking of raising, okay?
For fuck's sake, then raise.
I'm not going to.
By the way, they're good
Which one
friends,
was more
everybody.
lucrative? Insane
I
or
don't condone the language, but
They
do mess with each other a lot.
Way more than
Don't want you to think Joe's trying to be mean to the OP. They've known each other for a hot minute. They're good friends. They harass each other.
For you.
5 players.
5 players going to the flop here. 104 in the middle. And a couple of kings with a 5. Vince hitting 3 of a kind.
Check.
No, not me.
And OP is going to put in a bet of $70.
Call.
Vince coming along.
Oh. Heads up.
And we have another 5. That's a full
Check.
house. I understand why Vince is checking. OP
100.
making it 100.
All in.
Wow.
You ready? You got your chair?
Another big hand alert. Seems like every 5 minutes we're saying it tonight.
Everything you got.
Probably so.
318. And you got 100 out there.
There's Mr. Coffee getting the coffee, stretching.
218 more, right?
Close.
Yeah. You know what they say.
Just a couple more.
217?
18.
18. Is that a 5?
No, he's got a king.
Oh, you can't, I can't win then.
No shit, Sherlock. You're such a dumbass.
Hey, why are you in that hand? You gotta muck that.
And the OP forfeiting some chips to Vince. Nice hand, Vince.
That's what you was hoping.
Thank you, bud.
Come on, man, leave it alone. Bro,
wrong with you?
No, listen, man, I've been fucking trying to teach this guy, and learn this guy for the last fucking 3 years.
I was watching the live stream last week, and I was like,
Do you need some? Thank you.
and I realized
call.
What did he have
you're
red?
like a,
Yeah, we're
you're like
driving
a,
them, yeah.
you're like a married couple.
Is there anybody waiting?
Yeah.
Is it 25?
There is?
25 in red?
I'm not sure if there is. Mikey said he's not buying back in.
Oh, is that?
I don't think.
So there's nobody?
I don't know. I don't want to say that for sure.
You're not redrawing it some more money?
Let's double check. Nikki, see if someone's waiting. If they're not, it changes the rules.
Is anybody
Sure,
waiting?
it does change the rules. Wanna rebuy?
Yeah, you can top off right now if you want.
Nobody's waiting.
All right, Tom, how much you want? 4?
500.
Well, you can get
You
four.
only go up to
Oh,
5.
Oh,
give me
wait,
four.
yes,
Give me
there
four.
is.
There is.
There's one waiting.
Oh, never mind.
Yep,
There
that
is?
was- I think that was yours.
Looks like we do have one person waiting. There's our updated cumulative winnings. Jill Billy up to 2,900, 2,400 ahead of original Lion.
Sitting there waiting.
MGM Bob
I mean, you guys
Where's Jill's at now?
in the green. So is Buddha, Vince, and for that big hand, Joe.
10 to play, straddle. Straddle, $10.
And there's a lot of money on this table, folks.
All in.
We've had multiple knockouts,
More, didn't you?
multiple times.
They got somebody
They
waiting.
got somebody waiting.
We got an all-in from the OP with Ace Jack.
Come on, get in there.
Hey, no inducing action, sir.
Where's the pot out? Oh,
It's all in.
oh, that's it. Okay.
Oh, shit.
The old spread the pot out joke.
Oh, would you leave me alone?
You need some new material, Bob.
All right, I'll look. We gotta show it.
You ain't supposed to remind him, man.
And the OP takes it down. $24 profit. A win's a win, OP. It's a momentum builder.
Bob 2 nits.
Yeah, give Bob his.
He was gonna show it. I didn't see it.
Sure looked like he was gonna muck the
He was
thing.
gonna muck it.
No, I-
Yeah.
The OP getting a little bit back from the loss. It only takes a spark to get a fire going. I believe in the OP.
Ace queen.
Yeah, it did. I didn't need it.
Now, Vic, if you notice,
How would you call him?
Right.
greetings from Clawson, Michigan. Mom is in the state of Michigan visiting. She just flew in today.
All right.
Shout out to Mom for watching. Thank you.
You bet.
Always appreciate the support.
OP, it's your turn.
If you are with my nieces, Alexa and Gianna, tell them I said hello and gave them a shout out.
Call.
If anything, I can't learn from you guys if you don't let me read your books.
I'm gonna bring one next week.
15.
Bring that book, let me read it.
15 to play.
So the answer was whether we were, or the question was whether we were at 10,000 yet, and indeed we are. I don't have the exact number, but we have exceeded our goal so far of 10,000 for the Toys for Tots program.
Don't fold.
Come on,
Thank you,
Brandon,
everybody,
go.
but we're not done.
Unbeliever.
We're going to keep it going.
I can defend myself.
December 17th will be the last day we collect for that.
$50.
Soon enough.
And Morgan's in the house. Massage. $1 a minute. And it's not tipping, I agree with. It's over tipping. Here we go, three-handed, going to the flop.
3 players.
You got married to him.
157 in the middle. We had a 3-bet from Tarantula Nick with Ace 10 and a King
Depending on who you are.
Jack 7 board. Top pair for Joe, open ender for Neil, and a gut shot for Nick.
This is exactly the kind of hand Neil enjoys the most, I think.
50.
He loves having an opportunity to come from behind.
125.
So he's going to raise this up. He's going to keep the pressure on.
For 17 here.
Joe, with the top pair, he gets out of the way.
Yeah, not love is well when you see a raise and a re-raise.
Oh, my goodness.
And Neil with the semi-bluff, it goes through. Nice hand, Neil. That's some poker right there.
Tell her, Buddha.
With the semi-bluff min
I hope I
bet.
don't get a whole bunch of money from you too.
OP, it's your button. Or, I
They
mean,
call
your
270.
He has the little thing.
Like a donkey.
Pot committed, Joe.
Yeah, you were. I
I left my stack in there.
know.
He was doing Buddha math,
I
dude.
know, yeah.
Buddha math.
I know.
You re-straddled. I knew you didn't have anything.
Yeah, I knew you didn't have anything. I know.
Yeah, Brian.
I was good there. That's why I called.
I realize what I just said. On to the next hand. Here we go.
Yeah, that was
Neil now with the 9-3 of spades. We saw him play this and raise up with it earlier, I think with 9-3 of clubs, but he's going to let it go. And I'm going to let it go too.
He's a terrible player.
Now, Nick.
45.
By the way, Brian, I got that too.
A little frustrating here for Nick so far, but he's trying to get something going, and he raises with the Queen Jack of clubs to 45.
Here's my advantage.
No, listen, I love the.
Jill Billy, and it's okay, Jill, to start folding.
I love that action.
I don't
Particularly some low cards here. And like you said, it's time for her to change things up a little bit. It doesn't mean putting a vacuum pack on those chips.
No.
Right?
No, I just want to see her take what she's got. You know what I mean? She's having a great night. And the price on this table now, it seems like if you're not prepared to at least put $20 in, you should almost fold.
You don't?
Seems like every hand.
Coming from him, dude. That just came from him.
I'm not saying nothing.
Joe flopping a flush, top pair for OP.
I love this place.
All in for OP.
Yeah, hand that you two were in.
Got a flush. I already got a flush. I already got a flush.
I have never wanted to be deafer, more deafer.
But now you definitely got one.
Well, I mean, I already had one.
More deafer.
King.
Yeah, I already had a flush. I flopped a flush.
Damn. Good hand.
2-5, Nick.
And we'll get the OP back soon. There's only one player waiting.
He's calling with 5 high over here.
All right, guys.
And yelling at me
And ladies,
for calling
that's
with
my
queen.
time.
We'll see you in a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
What's she calling?
Paul's coming in.
Get
Bob.
down.
Bomb pot.
Yeah, bomb it up.
Every half an hour. Like that hand that you two were in with
No,
me.
no, no.
When you guys had those
Got a
trip
bomb pot.
sevens.
It's not. I'm joking.
I got out when I
We got a dealer change here.
Top of the hour.
I think it's going to be really easy, Dominic, for us to get to 100 likes tonight because this is just so much fun, so entertaining.
We're up to
Continue to
73.
hit the like button. If you've already hit the like button, give us some hearts. Let us know. I know we've got quite a following here for Jill tonight,
No, I'm saying there's Matt.
and
The right play.
I haven't seen too many people rooting for Neil,
Saying it wasn't correct.
which surprises me.
That's not correct.
Oh, hang on. You know math, too?
But gambling,
I know that Dr.
you know
Boring
gambling?
is on here with us tonight just because of Neil.
He's a math teacher.
Neil mentioned earlier that he wasn't happy in being in
Oh,
a
yeah, I thought we were.
Pull your
no
shot
doctor in the house zone.
I thought for sure Dr. Boyne would be a lock today, the play if Neil was playing. I really thought that was a lock.
No, I mean,
We'll get that matchup pretty soon, I hope, right, Doctor? Now, Nick, pocket kings.
We want you to gamble. We want you to gamble.
Exactly right.
He's going to raise this up and make it 55.
Don't give me a free
And there, I can read Nick's aura pretty well, probably because I know him pretty well. He's pretty frustrated. He's been raising with some decent hands, and then
It'd be a lot different
just
call.
people catching up. But Vince now with pocket jacks, and he's going to raise this up, and that's got to be music to Nick's ears.
Correct. Yeah, for sure. It's just a bigger gamble, but it's a
So
big
Vince is going to make this 225. Back over to Joe with the shimmy, but he gets out of the way. And now, what does Nick do? Probably an all-in push, and it is. And this is going to be a snap call from Vince
good luck, Spider-Man.
after Paul, who's in the helm now. Dealer change gives us a chip count,
Yeah, this is a big hand alert, folks.
and just 64 more to call, and Vince does make that call. Classic race here, Kings versus Jacks. Not necessarily a race, but
Yeah, if you're
two big cards against two big cards.
this is exactly what you normally want with kings. You want a pair underneath. Seems like that ace sometimes always hits.
Couple of hearts.
Yeah, both players have a heart, so actually there's the ace. And the kings hold for Nick.
The Kings hold up. A nice big hand there.
592 in the middle for Nick. Getting a little run good right there, Nick. Hopefully that can start something up. Nice hand. Vince just got in a cooler situation. Big pair versus big pair.
What do you make it on the flop?
Especially with the style of this game that we're seeing, how big the pots are and how it's going pre-flop, I think it makes it harder to even get rid of tens and jacks. to a higher pair.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing every type of hand
Changes the game.
getting in there for at least 65
Everybody's always hit gunning for me.
around that area pre-flop. So the game's loose. The pots are growing big. When you're seeing all that action and you get a nice hand of 2 painted cards,
It's called good
oof.
action.
Yeah, that's a tough one to get rid of.
Game, remember?
That has nothing to do with playing bad. I mean, you don't have to be a
You don't mind me playing bad, you just want me to get lucky.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
But that's the winning formula. Play bad, get lucky. There's no way to beat
A raise from Nick now to 35 after a nice big pot. He's got ace jack of spades. So far, we've got 3 callers. Neil with an ace.
All 4 aces are out there. Ace 7, ace 5,
Yeah.
ace jack, and ace 10. So the aces are out of play.
Right now, it should be good to beat Buddha, and it is.
Wow.
The jack comes out. There it is. But
2 players, though, Tarantula and Nick, with top pair, top kicker. Buddha is in bad position right
I
here.
just want everybody else to know. I want the world that's watching to know how bad you play.
It insults me that you think I'm not paying attention to his bad play.
I just got one question for you, Joe.
100.
Yeah.
Who's stacking the chips?
Yeah. Well, she is. You're not, yeah, she is. You're
Buddha
not
makes the
gonna
call.
stack for the rest of the night. I can guarantee
Nick's
that.
heating up, Vic.
You ain't
Yeah.
gonna stack for the rest of the night. I bet you that.
we are not yet even into the power hour, and we've seen a lot of power hour behavior so far.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
And ace 10 was folded.
Oh boy.
So he hit a 2-outer on the turn. And this is going to be very unlucky for Nick.
Man. I agree. Nick is overdue here, and he's going to go all in a snap call here now from Buddha.
He just donked up. He just donked up like $5,000.
And this is a big pot. This might be close to being one of our hand of the nights here.
Focus.
And yeah, that's an unfortunate break for
Unfortunate
Tarantula
card
Nick.
and run here for
Nothing
Nick
you
so
could do
far.
if you're Nick there. With the flush draw, the straight draw out there, he did the proper play, shoving on the turn.
That was the whole second part of the set.
That literally was just incredibly unlucky for Nick, but a nice pot for Buddha. You did just say, play bad, get lucky. That's. I don't think he played bad. He flopped top pair. I'm not saying he was calling with junk, but he just said play bad, get lucky, and he got lucky.
Yeah.
So asking you shall receive.
Give him one more, Buddha.
Jump at the rock.
So Buddha tips like
One more handful.
10 of those.
Yes.
Some player says give him one more. He grabs a load of 20.
Spending Buddha's money.
And that's a good quality man right there. Good karma.
Just a regular reminder, if you've never joined us before here, this is the Reserve, Toledo, Ohio. A staple for us is a Thursday night, No Nit Thursday. It's a 1-3 no-limit hold'em cash game, $500 buy-in. We do this every Thursday night when we don't have big events going on, but we do have a big event coming up starting Monday, so we will not be here next Thursday. Our next live stream is this Saturday. That's the regular Joe Poker Show, also a 1-3 no-limit hold'em cash game. If you're interested in playing in our cash game live streams, please give us a call.
Now $10 the Buddha. The Jackson 5, Motown.
What were those other chips?
They're just fives.
Yeah, they're $5.
They're $5 hip chips?
6 players to the flop.
I'm trying to figure out how to cut one of these in half.
We got a 9-8-7 rainbow flop.
I didn't miss that
6-5
comment.
flop
I
in
didn't
the
miss
straight.
that comment from Neil. I'm going to come back to that, but in the meantime,
Open ender for Vince.
Neil just gets coffee delivered.
Joe already has his straight.
More money.
That's 25.
Oh, wow. And now it's a chop pot. 2 players turning the straight.
Right here.
Well, Joe already flopped it, but now Buddha catches up.
Thank you, Victor.
No, I need
Bob, full disclosure, I want to empty these pots so I can make those.
Oh, that's old?
Dummy.
Oh, that's from yesterday?
Big dummy.
Give me my blues.
Oh, that's
I'm a
yesterday.
big dummy.
My blue chips.
What'd you have?
So 15 minutes ago, I ran out to make another pot of coffee, and there was enough coffee in there, and I know Mr. Coffee, Neil, likes it. So I came in to refill, and boy, did I get a lot of grief from the rest of the players. Why does Neil rate so high to get coffee delivered into the live stream room? Certainly not something that I make a habit of.
Well, you tell them to donate $100 for the Toys for Tots and $50 the next week.
And that's
we're gonna make
exactly
your
what
coffee.
Buddha said. That's
Yep.
exactly what Buddha said.
Yep. That's called karma.
Yes.
I don't know how I lose at a table.
Shout out to Mike for tuning in on the message board. Thanks, Mike.
How bad you
Detroit in the house, getting represented.
Hey, I got
I'll
one
be going
question
that
for
way
you,
in a
Joe.
couple weeks, Mike.
Who's stacking the chips?
Yeah, Mike, this Saturday is a regular staple for us as well. On Saturday nights live stream, we do the regular Joe Poker Show. That is a 1-3 no limit hold'em cash game.
80 to play.
That starts at 6:15. It's a 4-hour live stream. If you're interested in playing, you can get all the details by calling us here at the Reserve. Whoever answers the phone in the cage can give you that information. And if you are interested to get on the list to play, believe we're still looking for some players for this Saturday. Next week, our regular Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday night games we will not have because of the Winter Classic coming up. And we'll get back to that in a minute after we get to this hand, because we've got to raise a 3-bet from Vince, and we're going to go 3-handed.
We got a 5-jack deuce board, top pair for MGM Bob. And he's going to disguise his hand strength.
100. I'm all in. All in. Save your money. I got a jack, just so you know.
I believe you. I believe. Bob doesn't lie about his hand.
No.
He shows the jacks that save your money.
Show the jack.
Oh, you got to show them both. Oh, and Paul lets them off the hook.
Well, I don't know about that
I
one.
don't
That
know.
we might have to go to Neo on that one to just make sure if that's legal. I don't know if that was Neo. He threw in his cards, Neo. What's your call in the back? We're gonna go to the chosen one. It's almost like when you see a replay and they put in the ref. You know in football.
The
Like
red
I don't
flag.
know if that was really legal. Paul flipping over to get rid of the no nit chip.
If you don't call, I don't call.
Neo, you might have to get some confirmation.
Oh, he told him to flip it. Okay.
Okay,
all
we
right,
got
all right.
verbalization from Neo in the
Verbalization.
back.
Yep. All
The
right.
chosen one. So verbal
Because-
is binding.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, when you're playing on No Knit Thursday, you have a yellow no knit chip in front of you. You don't want to be the last one standing with the yellow no knit chip. Otherwise, you're going to give every player at the table $5. In order to do that, you have to win a hand, and when you win the hand, you must show it. Otherwise, you do not get rid of your yellow no knit chip in that round. And now back to the action here. Vince with pocket nines, a raise from MGM Bob to 30. Jill Billy on a heater tonight. Been a little quiet in the last half hour, but she's got pocket twos.
Oh, we have a 4-5-3 board, couple of spades.
And open-ended here for Jill Billy.
Yeah, Vince with the overpair.
And she's going to bet it, and when she speaks tonight, everybody listens because of the night that she's having.
Queen of clubs doesn't change anything.
30.
Vince is going to make the call. He is in the lead.
And there it is. There's
Oh,
the straight for
boy.
Jill. It is the Jill Billy show, folks.
And in this case, and now Vince takes the offensive. No, Jill Billy bets another 30 and a
She
call.
milked him for 30 more on the river. Max value for Jill Billy.
River. Nice hand, Jillian.
Nice river.
Show him how to play.
We got Mike from Detroit. We got Miracle Baby from New York. If you're watching from out of state or out of the country, let us know where you're watching from. We'll definitely give you a shout out. I know Virginia Wayne is in the house. We have a gentleman overseas in Japan serving in our military. Watching. Love hearing it.
And young Nicholas.
Canada's in the house.
Young Nicholas, our shout out of the night. I just want to, if you're still up watching, maybe
She rarely misses.
you're off to bed already for school tomorrow. And just try to explain something here that happens in poker that you may not find mathematically, but runs happen. And tonight we have seen Jill on a run, unlike what Nick experienced with us tonight, playing pretty well, but just not hitting, and he's been felted here twice tonight.
Yeah, Nick's been playing good poker. Just
He
he's
has.
incredibly unlucky.
But it's just
Sometimes that's starts.
absolutely what happens in poker, particularly no limit hold'em.
By the way, we got Iowa in the house from Mike P.
Let's go 25.
Tuning in. Appreciate you. And looks like we got a raise now.
Juice for you. That's
35 total.
35 total from MGM Bob. Queen Jack's been treating him well lately.
If I had aces or kings, it'd be 125.
Vince coming along after calling the straddle.
No.
Now back over to Joe.
I don't know.
There's no angle to my game. They were asking. You know that for sure.
Looks like we have, what is it, 5 players in this hand?
5 players going to the flop.
Juicy.
The action is on Bob K.
And we got, whoa, a couple of 6s for Bob. Has the ace hit exactly what he wants.
It is. But they check it all the way around, and here comes the king of clubs. And now Bob's going to bet it, Bob K.
And that does give MGM a gut shot. He's going to get out of the way. Joe, that king's a good payoff card for Bob to hit right there, because now Joe with aces and 6s can play the king.
The check mark now.
75.
And he's probably going to get 75 out of him.
He is.
That was a great check by Bob. And what a great turn card for Bob with that king coming.
Yeah. And then to continue on to get more value out of that hand.
Now you know what it feels like.
And a much needed hand for Bob. He's been pretty quiet here tonight. Not seeing the cards, but he got very fortunate there.
He's up 767 now.
And DF, we are doing real well here tonight. We're having a lot of fun. We are coming up on the power hour. We're going till 10:15 tonight. This is the No Nit Thursday, and this is another fresh round here of yellow no nit chips in front of everybody. I did not catch who wound up being the last person standing this time.
By the way, I solved the riddle in my head, by the way, the other night, thinking on DF, who DF is. And
I know.
solved it.
Yeah.
Because you want to know why?
Why?
I remembered it was his fantasy football name when I helped him with fantasy football.
And were you of help to him in that matter?
Back in the day, I think I helped him out a little bit.
Yeah, all right.
Did what I could at the time when he had questions and
How
asked.
much did you give him?
Is it like the fishing analogy where
All right, 10 on the button.
you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime?
I think he just kind of listened to who I said to add and pick up. I don't know if he really mastered the art of fantasy football. I'll have to ask him that next time I see him, which I hope is soon. I'll just say DFG. They keep it anonymous. DFG, I hope you're doing well, my friend.
Your old seat, Bob.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
10 to go.
All right, now 10 to go. Here we are, back to the action. Jill Billy coming in with 10-5 because she can. Neil with 6-2 comes along because he wants to. OP also.
And it looks like we're going to get 5 players going to
Look
the
at
flop.
this range of hands. My goodness, Dom. 5 players.
Neapolitan ice cream, a little bit of everything with a Jack 5-7 board, couple of diamonds. Top 2 pair for the OP.
The OP.
No one really hit this flop. I mean, Jill does have a pair of 5s. Bob has his 4s, but I know he's not in love. And it looks like $30 is a good price for 3 players to see a turn card.
Jill Billy gets a piece of this, so she makes the call.
Oh, and there's a 4.
Wow.
Big hand alert, folks. Bob with bottom set now. Top 2 pair for the OP. Man, the OP has got so unlucky tonight. He had 3 of a kind on the river, but was out kicked. Now he's got top 2 pair. He still has 1 card to go, but man, it's just unlucky night for the OP.
I know, but still, it's just over 2 now.
You see me winning with it. It's not.
I see you winning with garbage hands, though. That's funny.
Jack 10's not a bad hand.
Oh, man.
It's a lot of strength.
All in. I don't think Bob's laying this one down.
No, you just want to make sure he gets the count right.
344.
When you're playing 1-3, the white chips count. quite half his stack to make this call. And anytime he reaches for the chips to make sure, then there's a call. Pushes the chips forward.
No, you got the straight, you got the.
I don't have a straight.
Oh, you got 3 fucking fours.
The OP.
Wow, you got out.
Not many.
And an ace, and Bob on a heater now, up
He
to
is.
1,200 just like that, and he's in the green for the night. He got unlucky on his first buy-in, sat down, and within a half an hour is up 700 after the 500 he rebought in with, and he's up 200 for the night. Great comeback by Bob K. And OP, just another unlucky hand.
Yeah.
2 hands.
DFG, I hope you
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna
have
be
plans
going
on maybe coming in for the holiday series next week. I haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, there. All right, I'm staying here.
He's short too.
He'll be fine.
Yeah,
And we got a bomb pack coming in 10
Where you want to
minutes.
sit? No, we're
By the way, we are up to 84 likes, guys. You know I love that triple number
Yeah.
of 100. If you're just tuning in, smash that thumbs up, that like button, please. I would love to see 100 soon. I don't want to put any limitations on how many likes we can get tonight, but we are 16 away from that 100th like. Always just a nice milestone number, a goal for the night when we start a show.
Vince now with ace-10, just going to limp in here. There's a $10 button straddle via the rock, something that we use here on No Nit Thursday.
Does that say something to you when Vince limps in with ace-10, what the action's like at the table?
Well, yes. He might be waiting for somebody to make a raise. I'm not sure.
That just
But
shows-
there is a raise here with the pocket sevens. I am a little frustrated tonight. You know, I've gotten to know Vince, and I'm a little frustrated with his play tonight. He probably is too. Been a number of hands here where maybe he didn't take the opportunity he ought to, and then other hands where he just kind of came along.
I think he's playing pot control in early position right there.
You think so?
He knows it's going to be 40. He's basically saying, I'm calling this 10.
Okay.
I prepared the call between $30 and $60.
Five-handed. Here comes the flop from Paul.
Because
Couple
this
of
action
queens.
has been nuts. We got a couple of queens with a 3, also 2 spades. But right now, sevens and queens are the best hand right now, Vic, for BG Pedal. There's the V-pip on the bottom of the screen.
And they're going to check around.
Check.
That is your wife or girlfriend?
No, we just drove together. Check.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Check.
You definitely just said, I'll get you when I get home, when we get home.
Yeah, she gotta drop me off.
I get to watch.
Your boyfriend know that? Or just your boyfriend?
No.
Yeah, there's some
I don't
shit.
believe you
You're
guys.
prying into your personal life a lot of
Well, I don't believe him. I think
You
you're.
stacked me earlier, isn't
And
it?
if they
Why would you care? You're both gonna take the money home. Why would you care?
Do you want to see a picture of my boyfriend?
No, not really.
Is he fully clothed?
I'll say Nick is happily married,
That's the risk you take.
and Jill is happily in a serious relationship. I know that for a fact.
I can pull a picture of a girl and tell you it's my
Oh, it
girlfriend.
was him and I together.
Yeah,
Nick always speaks very highly of his family when he's at the poker table. He's a true gentleman.
Bob's going to take a stab at this. There's definitely been weakness shown all the way around during this hand, and he's going to see if he can steal this. He's basically got air, and he's going to bet 25. I don't know if 25 is enough to steal it.
Really, you're just watching that? Oh my god.
The sickest part is that all the aces were folded too.
As we mentioned,
Pedal?
BG Pedal really has the best hand right now.
For $25, I like it, Pedal.
So made it affordable for Pedal with the winning hand to make that call.
Yeah, $25 when there's going to be $250 in the middle.
And we saw him felt it earlier, so that's a much-needed pot. And he gets to get rid of his yellow no-nit chip.
Yeah, they're Fortnite buddies. We got clarification from Sarah. Can't underestimate the power of video game buddies, especially when you're
Oh, I'm glad you clarified. I was about to Google that. I wasn't sure what Fortnite buddies
Oh no, I
meant.
know that one.
Yeah, well, now it makes sense. I got a 14-year-old grandson plays that as well. It just didn't register right away.
What do I need to take? How would I need to
Alright, no
take?
straddle. 3 to go.
That's like the one you muscle.
I'm
Mike,
you
did
know,
they tell you the first
slowly
hand-
trying to catch up
first hand you
to what's
watched
going
that,
on in the world.
First hand when he sat down was aces? Did they
You're
tell you
doing
that?
great. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I sat down and
My grandson wouldn't think so, but
Right, yeah.
now back to the action.
So he didn't get any cards all night.
And
So
Neil
you said-
going to raise it up to 15. A call from Joe.
15 to go. 15 to go.
But a raise from Nick.
Raise. 60 total.
That's what I buy all these kits, for that very reason.
And Dr.
Otherwise, they gotta keep
Neil has
calling
not been
over
felted
and
yet
wait
tonight.
for 'em, and it's just crazy.
He came close a couple times, but he's hanging in there. And he's staying awake. There's the VPIP down at the bottom. That matters soon, as when we do another dealer change, we're going to have another bomb pot.
Raise.
250 total.
So here's a raise from, here's a 4-bet from MGM Bob with pocket queens. He was kind of
Ladies.
waiting in the wings with the ladies.
And Tarantula Nick is a very experienced card player. This is a hand, though, that it's hard to predict what a player is going to do, but I think he can get away from this. Use his spider senses.
Oh, I thought you were going all in.
No, I didn't do anything like
You
that.
pre-call it all in?
Yes, sir.
Wow. That was an angle.
MGM Bob got a little bit ahead of
Going all
himself.
in, so that is,
That was an angle.
That's a
Bob, come on,
Say
man.
you don't have any angle in your game, that's an angle.
We put all his chips together and went like
I
that.
was just,
Did you not pick up all your
I
lines?
did pick them up
Picked
to move
everything up.
them.
I figured they're going in.
Alright, I stand corrected.
Yeah, for sure. He went like this with his
I
legs.
did, you look like
I
you were
did pick
going
them
all
up. but-
Yeah. But I promise you it wasn't over.
No, I don't think it was an
No
angle.
chance. I'm gonna show you anyway. I'm gonna show you fucking deuce 9. Now that you said that, you might.
Did somebody win with deuce 9?
Playing those
3-9.
3-9.
3-9.
3-9, who was that?
I don't know if I have
Oh, I know who it
flat
was.
calling range.
It was a donkey in the 4-seat.
Ready.
Dr. Boring, Buddha's trying to do his best to take your place here, giving giving Neil a hard time. Just called him the donkey in the seat 4.
Well, I feel a lot better now. Yeah, for sure. I thought it was like snap all in.
No, it's definitely not a snap. I pulled.
See,
You were
nice
right,
pull by
Dom.
Nick.
You were right, Dom.
I had a feeling.
Nick is a good enough player to get away from that.
And it just shows you defense wins championships. And even when he's been frustrated, getting unlucky throughout the night, that's why he's a very good card player.
Call the base, please.
Stuck with his gut, got away from it. Nice job, Nick.
Yeah, please.
Sun running. What does sun running mean? What is Dr. Boring trying to tell me?
I have no clue what
All right.
Dr. Boring is trying to say there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she can't miss.
So
Okay,
can't
thank
miss. Sun
you,
running
Neil.
is can't bit. And Dr. Borings, thank you so much wearing your reserve hat.
No, it was whatever I told you about.
I want to talk about that a little bit because 'tis the season, and if you're going to do some shopping,
Playing a game.
the reserve is one of those places to do it. We've got great swag here, good-looking clothing. There's more on the way, particularly for our Winter Classic next week.
Okay. I thought for sure ace king or MVP.
Take a look at Paul's shirt right there. I've got that very shirt on. I get a lot of compliments on it, and I haven't spilled on it yet.
Queens, I got excited.
Quarter on top. 35 total. Call.
What did you do? Made it a 35?
Yeah, 25 more.
I
Yeah.
call. That's just a juice bet.
Here's a raise, big pedal, king queen offsuit, makes it 35 to go. Joe makes the call. Bob K coming in, MGM Bob coming in, or is he considering something else? Nope, we've got
60, he made it 250.
One before.
7-handed going to the flop here.
Yeah, we got a 9, queen, 4, couple of spades. King, queen in the lead for BG.
That call is, it's like saying shy T.
Bob with mid pair.
If I wouldn't have asked it,
So there's a bet from BG Pedal of $100.
If I wouldn't have got kicked off the table, I would have called.
Yeah, I thought for sure it was going to sit off the top. For sure that aces are clean stupid.
MGM Bob's doing a little bit here. Gets out of the way.
Or
Vince.
ace king. Well, no, I didn't.
Sort of
you
his
didn't
gut
think about
shot.
it. You grabbed it. You acted like you were ready to go as soon as the action.
Back to Jill.
Yeah, with king high, I think she's gonna let this one slide. Just giving a little camera time for the chip leader right now.
And BG Petal, who has been felted once tonight, now making a comeback,
You want me to sit out?
trying to get his stack
Why would you even
up to 1,000 that would make him even for the night.
No, son, you can't.
What? Can't what?
And we've got a dealer change, and there will be a bomb pot. This is a single board bomb pot because we are 10-handed, and you can see at the scroll below at the bottom of the screen, it looks like Bob K is at risk again
I don't know if that's what it is.
of being the low VPIP. He must win this bomb pot
Come on, Bob.
here on Thursday nights, or he gets moved back to the feeder table. In this case, he gets moved back on the list again.
He's the perch whisperer.
He's the perch whisperer.
He has rice.
Rice. He puts rice in the water.
He has the perfect engine speed when the boat's idling.
Yes.
To attract him in.
Yeah.
I've never seen a more impressive perch fisherman. And actually had a great day, by the way, with Bob K and Vic fishing in Lake Erie. And there's our updated. And look at that, Buddha though, 1,200 profit. I know Jill's having the best night we've seen in a while, but on a Thursday. But Buddha, killing it now. What a comeback!
Yeah.
For 1,200.
Possible to bluff a double board.
MGM Bob's up 750 basically.
So I don't think that plus is correct for BG Petal
Bad call.
as he was felted. So actually he is in the red, but he's working hard to get back up to even. Kara coming into the box. This is a single board bomb pot. Everybody gets 4 cards. Everybody puts $10 in the pot. And there it is with the bomb pot button. Tarantula Nick is the first to act, and he's got a flush draw and a pocket 9s, but he's going to check it over to Buddha.
Check.
Oh,
And an all in here from Vince.
There it is. Whoop, there
He's
it is.
got 2 pair here with this
the 7
7
deuce.
deuce.
Bottom 2 pair.
Should be getting kicked off the
It's
table.
probably him right here because he hasn't played a hand.
He is below the $100 max bet for this, so it's $76 to call. And Jill Billy is open-ended here. If she could use all her cards, she'd have a
She's got like a wrapper.
she'd have a 6-card straight.
She's got the 10, 10, 9, 8,
Chance. I'm playing every hand.
and the 6. Yeah, she's got like a got a super duper wrap.
76.
I just wanted to say super duper.
It's 76.
You don't play the ones don't.
Yeah, one no
Oh,
play.
the ones over. 75.
Sorry, I didn't catch that earlier.
BG top pair with the flush draw.
He's going to come along.
Got some gamble.
This might be music to Vince's ears if he can boat up here.
It was a good full with that.
Yeah, he would love a 7 or a deuce.
Because right now, this is a nice pot. Everything else going to the pot is going to be on the side
Ace
between
would be a
Jill
great
Billy
card.
and BG Petal. And here comes the
Oh,
turn.
there's the deuce for Vince.
There's the full
Wow,
house.
328. And Vince low stack is going to triple, more than triple up here. Congrats, Vince.
Don't yell at me.
Did
I'm not
Jill
the guy
just
running the
apologize
game.
for having
Whoever's in
so
there,
many
that's
chips? Her tower of green just fell over. What a rough life, Jill.
Where's the house?
She's going to check it.
I haven't been here the whole time.
BG thinks he's pretty good with that flush, but here comes that 7 deuce
Yeah, nice
and
hand,
a
Vince.
full house here for Vince. A
Oh.
much needed pot here for Vince.
I want to go back. I want Jill problems. I want Jill problems. I want to have so many green chips, 25s, that the tower falls over mid-hand, and you just kind of look at the person next to you as they stack them back up for you, and you go,
Oops. Sorry. Yeah.
There's no one else.
Oh, Jill, trade me spots.
I was waiting.
Let me go play with that chip stack, and you come back here and commentate with Vic.
Yes.
Yes, so Bob K did not win. Bob K did not win the bomb pot. He is the low VPIP, and so he is getting moved off the table. We do have somebody waiting.
That's all left in perfect timing, right?
Yeah, like you deliver the bad news. You're like, Bob.
You left you the palm? The
And
bag?
like, guys, they just want me to have a fun day.
And there's the Nit Cam. Uh-oh, it's zooming in. It's finding its target. Is it going to
You
hit?
deserve more.
You got him, Buddha?
It's the Nit Cam.
It's
Bob
the Nit
K
Cam.
is the Nit of the hour. Bob should be back in when someone gets felted, or yeah, he should be back on the table. We got an hour left of our live stream. I assume, especially in the final hour, I won't be surprised if Bob waits around for 10, 15 minutes and his seat opens up. OP coming back. People's champ.
Your VPIP, which is basically like the percentage of hands that you play.
Right. Yeah, now how much money you put in and how much money you win, it's just a percentage of hands you play.
It's not me?
Yep, 15.
It's not Tom that's confused, it's Bob.
Yeah, Bob is confused.
I think Bob's out of the room now.
Oh, no, he's over there.
Jill with the suited queen
Bob,
3,
you
the
understand
Dorothy
VPIP? You understand why you got
on the
that?
button, coming along for 15.
I understand it too. I don't know how the hell I got
Just leave my tips. Oh, yeah,
Twice
go
I got
ahead.
it. Twice I got it.
And I love seeing that mound of toys we've raised for Toys for Tots, and it's going to grow for nights like tonight. You guys have already donated over $120. We had a good donations on Tuesday. 35 from BG with top 2 pair here.
Check that.
Yeah, right now there's not many other players in this hand.
Good hand. Paul forgot to take the Tom's money.
Okay, I'll take it when I go out. You have- or- Yeah, I'll take that.
You got on the side? We only got 50? We gave him 50 already, right?
Well,
No, we
50 went to the dealers, so 25 goes to the Tots, but that guy Tom, he gave the last of his dollars. So that's going too.
Oh, yeah. Help.
Yeah.
They're the ones that kept you off till Friday.
No, he fucked it up. He shuffled him.
Yeah, I shuffled.
Dr. Boring
Every day we're shuffling.
still trolling Neil a little bit. And says Neil needs to put his cards in the box. Realizes it's his first time.
Fuck up a wet dream.
I didn't do it.
It's a perfect, story. Reverse rolls. Neil's usually on here, trolling Dr. Boring on Tuesdays. Dr. Boring's trolling Neil on Thursdays. I just want them to play against each other on a Thursday night. Or maybe they just kind of talk, since you don't have to worry about players getting moved off on a Saturday 1-3. Get Neil and Dr. Boring at the same table, so you know you're at that table no matter what on a Saturday. Dr. Boring, maybe you and Neil can work something out. That would be a great live stream. I would love it.
Who did I send it? There you go.
Wait a minute, this might be the first one for the night. Let's see. It is. Let's see.
No. Always one.
Where's the 30? Where's that?
10x, eh?
Not quite 11 like you had earlier.
10x.
But that's
I call honey.
Here.
Got a call from Nick.
I'm all the way up there, didn't you? You got it?
Looks like it's, I believe, 30 the call, 30 the play.
Four players.
And we have 4 players to the flop. We got a Jack, King, Queen board, couple of clubs, and the nemesis for the first time tonight, really.
I would go into it.
In the lead, bets 100 from BG.
Tom, you gotta be careful when you're pulling your hand, man. I saw the deuce of spades.
What'd you see?
That deuce of spades.
Oh, yeah, he had.
No, I didn't have a deuce of spades.
Hey, you did. Deuce clubs in?
I got a pair.
Pair of
You have a pair of cards?
I mean, did you have a pair of threes or what?
Pair of fours.
Yeah, okay, well, I saw that. So you had four
Yeah,
spades?
you gotta call him.
No.
Because I saw him a few times.
He had a four of
When
spades.
you're folding, you're bringing your cards way up here like this, trying to scoop the other
Yeah,
one.
but we told him that last week.
Just take it and go like this, just take it and move them in.
He
like
don't
this.
slide good. He don't slide his hand good. Your slider don't work.
Whatever.
You tell him your slider don't work.
Got no slider.
He's got a bad.
There's the updated chip count. Jill Billy approaching 3,000.
Curveballs, hey, just.
I'll tell you what, family and friend members, Jill's bringing the ham for Christmas this year. Maybe get some all the goods for the family. I mean, she could do the ham, the stuffing, the biscuits. I'm just saying,
$31.
not to put you in the spot, Jill, but I think Christmas is at Jill's house this year. She's cooking. And she is cooking at the table, having a great night.
I'll probably pull it.
Always love Christmas time, celebrating it with family and friends, eating good food, playing card games. Here's Jill Billy with a Jack 9 offsuit coming on in.
Can't win that, man.
Yeah, we need a feather duster.
For who? Who chips?
One seat.
Oh, she won. She just called 30.
And we got a nice little pot builder here.
What's a feather duster mean?
That means you guys
$10 to go, 7 players in there.
Well, if she went in, you were shocked to see her.
Oh yeah, it's 30 to go. That's even better.
Like it should if I
210 in the middle. We got a deuce 6 jack board, couple of spades. Jill with top pair has the best of it right now. 80 to the play.
Okay. Okay,
call 80.
all right.
Is this the power hour?
Talk to you later.
This is the power hour. We are in the final hour of the live stream. It is power hour time. Bobby Filet special. Three players to the turn, and now top 2 pair for Jill. Jill getting top 2 pair. That does give an open ender to OP. No one has spades.
140.
And she's going to make it 140. I like that bet. There you go, Jill. Neil just looks up like, I cannot defeat her.
Want to do a buyout?
What's the score?
I cannot defeat her tonight. Every hand I'm in with her, she takes my money.
14.
And she's been doing that to the whole table, Neil, not just you. Like I said, this is the Jill show.
Well,
We're just happy to be in Jill's world, be a part of it.
30.
I was thinking like.
So Jill was
No
at
way.
2,800.
Come on, what do you think I am?
How much was the bet?
Unless the OP wants to call, he does have outs. Doesn't open end straight draw.
I'll let him buy out for 40.
Oh, it looks like he's grabbing for chips.
30, now you're gonna go back up to
All right,
40?
30. I'll do 30.
What do you think about it?
All right, you got 2
One
minutes.
hand,
You
that's all.
got 2 minutes. And if the score changes, the offer withdrawn.
And he's going to make the call. Wow.
My players off
Juicy
right
pot here.
to 10.
And a 4. That's a blank for the OP.
Check. Check.
40 is definitely
And
more than fan.
now Jill is going to be up to 3,300, bringing in that $730 pot. Rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I know.
The Jill Mafia on the message board is going to be probably throwing out some more hearts. There they come. They come raining in. I see them.
That's the only reason I bet that.
She is having one of the best nights on our 1-3 live stream I have seen since we started this. We started the No Nit Thursday in springtime. And yeah, Jill is on fire. Way to go, Jill.
I lose to him too. At our home game, I lose to him too.
Look at that. Look at those 2 towers of green. Remember I said I want Jill problems? Yeah, one of those towers fell over just a moment ago.
Do I still need a feather duster?
Yes, I need to stop.
She dusted her.
She's got like just a casual,
Dusted my money.
Now, next time you're tempted to bitch
looks
about
like
it, see what happens. See what she does.
17, 1800 in green, 25 chips.
Sorry, guys.
Jill's going to come along with the 3-6 Mafia. Getting in the hand. Going around the table now. 7 deuce for Derek, getting out of the way.
That's for you, Dom.
Oh, you can't do that. Everyone knows you got the nemesis if you say it's for Dom. Come on, Joe. There's no secret. And Joe, I'm trying to help you, and you didn't get anything. Just muck it. Folks, a week from this Monday, we're going to have our employee tournament. And you'll be able to see the dealers, myself, Vic.
15.
Play, there'll be 12 of us to the very end. Mark my words. Unless I'm in a blind, I will be folding King Jack throughout the whole tournament. And we got 3 of a kind for Neil here. OP with 2 pair. Now a 9 comes in the play. 9 of spades.
30.
OP leads out for 30. And he's going to be drawn to an ace and an ace only. It just has not been OP's night.
Heads up. Following.
And there it is.
Got 160.
Full house.
9-5 full house.
Go ahead, just sit back down, bud.
He's over for 160.
Damn.
And a full house for Neil.
Neil,
I want to hear it, Buddha.
I'm not very impressed with your pre-flop hand selection there, sir.
When I see my monster
Yeah,
hands
just
that I started with,
rough
smash
night
it.
for the OP. Great hand for Neil. Get some chips added to the stack. And Neil's been up and down, but he's ahead for the night. So all in all, a couple nice moments, a couple frustration moments. But he's having a very nice night. Dr. Bourne, if you're asking who is commentating for the dealer game and commentary game that we're going to be having, I believe it's the same 2 gentlemen as last year, Scuba Steve and Kevin Wall, 2 of our regular players. They did a great job last year.
I want exactly what I got.
No, yeah, Chris, no, myself and Vic will be on here playing. We'll have 2 tables, 6-handed,
And he's coming back in.
and then we'll probably combine at 10.
Yeah, he's allowed to come in with whatever he
Yeah, I
needs.
think that's what they're saying.
It's not here, I think.
I mean, we want all that money in raise.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Oh, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, mark my words, though, unless I'm in the blinds, or we're in the final 3 and the blinds are huge, and I'm on the button, I will not be playing King Jack. And we got an all-in moment now from Derek. He looks like he has Queen Jack. And for 104, 106, around there. BG gets out of the way.
Give me better cards next time, and I'll fold them a little closer to you.
That's me, Neil.
Get longer arms.
Yeah, 110 to go. I believe, no, 106, I'm sorry.
This table was an
You know,
106.
You know, out west, dealers, they have like
rates.
Yeah, they got a hook. They just like
Craft-
at a
craft
craft
table.
table. At a craft table. Yeah.
See, I would recommend to get those. I would put the
Yeah, but
razor
what-
blades
what
on
you
them.
need
The
is-
first time they use it, Jim's like, what the?
You know what you need is like a magician, you know, where you just press a button, it pops out and
I'm just messing with Jim. Trust me, I'm not going to ruin the table. He'd have me fixing it.
Folds all around so far.
you hit the button.
Jill, though,
Top hand.
I mean, she's got
You know James is-
3,300.
So this is my boyfriend.
$100 flip.
I'd play if I were you.
That's not enticing.
What is it?
Crossing the line. Yeah, that's the rules. Federally, but not state. If a Michigan cop catches you doing it, he won't give you any shit for it. And if an Ohio cop catches you.
I mean, Jill, the way you're running tonight, I mean, it's $100. You got 3,300 in front of you.
Oh gosh, she'll ask you. Okay, I won't.
And she lets it go. But like I said, you weren't pot committed. Majority of the time, we can see the cards. Majority of the time, King 9 Not a good price when you only have $3 in to go to 100.
By one. On
So,
one.
in the long run, that's the proper play. I like that play from Jill. Yeah, when you have 3,300 in front of you, though, sometimes you're just like, I'll flip for
I
100.
played it last time I was on a live stream for $75.
That's my best friend's favorite hand.
I played it on the live stream last time I was on for $75 and lost with it.
Wait a
And I
minute.
only played it.
Now I need to ask her who her boyfriend is.
Oh, Dr. Boyd, you can do whatever you want on that live stream, by the way, on the message board. It'll be good times.
Can't say we're on TV.
I think you guys can even put bounties if you send in a tip.
Yeah.
You can put bounties for other dealers to get certain dealers out. So, like, Dr. Bourne, if you want to put a $50 bounty on me, you could. You just send it through the tip thing, and
And I make it 25. That's so cute.
I think that was going on last year.
If I make it 25.
And we're going to get a $25 raise from Jill with pocket sixes.
Is it okay if I call?
Is it
I wanted to make it $250
Neil's gonna
earlier,
come
but I
along?
wasn't sure if I could.
With fives?
This is
Well,
no
because
limit.
it was like,
That means it's limitless.
but somebody had already raised it, so I wasn't sure.
It was only 30,
Yeah,
30
so,
coins.
see, I wasn't
You
sure.
know,
I got you. I got
couple
you.
college games
So I.
That was just cute. That was just cute.
real low in the 20s.
I
That
guess
stayed
you
on
probably should
Iowa a
get
couple
her.
weeks ago. Otherwise, you never see that kind of.
We're just getting sneaks back over.
This is building up to be a nice pot here. You see a couple of weak aces,
Well, in the first half.
sixes, fives, queen, seven.
Sneaky about it.
Then you got me for 32.
And right now we got a ace, king, 4 board, couple of clubs.
25.
Vince and BG both hitting their ace, but Vince gets the best of it with 2 pair aces and 4s. Yeah, Jill is pretty much going to have to get either runner clubs or the K6 because there was a queen 6 folded pre-flop. Now with 275, I mean a shove wouldn't be terrible here with the straight and the flush draw out there.
All in.
Yeah, it's pretty much your stack in front of you. Vince with the all-in. BG now, a pair of aces. Gets out of the way, nice fold over the Neil.
Well, Bob, you're not getting $30 cash out now.
I already paid it.
Oh, smart man.
I paid it.
You were saying to bet the under, weren't you?
No.
What was the under?
It's still under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
still
it on
first half.
56?
Still first.
The over under's 30.
Yeah, the over under is 30. Second quarter.
Another
Jim,
touchdown, it's over.
Belichick's just gonna start running.
So you fold.
Apple.
That was very surprising to watch her fold. That
With
was
2 closed up.
But there were 2 behind me, that's the only way. I had a pair,
I
and a
love
pocket
how-
pair.
I love how stressed your voice was. Your voice was really stressed there. Your nip back on?
It is!
Is that what I sounded like?
Send on the button.
All right, and by the way, Parker on our message board says, "What's with the toys in the back?" That is for Toys for Tots, Parker. You can donate money. We actually raised just on the message board here tonight over $100. That money board, that money sign, all the tips that normally go to the commentators, we're donating 100% of those till December 16th to Toys for Tots. Between this live stream, the players coming in the room, random donations, we've raised $10,000 so far over. And we're going to try to get the 15 by December 17th.
And we are not done. We are going to be doing this till December 17th. And we participated last year donating $10,000 to the U.S. Marine Corps Toys for Tots. Neil now. Here we go. Pocket Kings.
Raising it up to 120. Neil lets it go. Jill Billy has King Queen, which has been a great hand for her tonight. She's won a lot of money, but she's in danger right now. And I understand why she's a little sentimental with it. She's won some monster pots with King Queen so far tonight.
You got one too many.
Nobody close.
120.
There it is. Whoop, there it is. Tag team.
And look at the look of consternation here on BG Pedal. He's got ace-3 of hearts, but he's going to let it go. He's working hard to get back up to even for tonight. And we're going to go heads up to the flop. Kara doing a good job. What a great view. And here comes the flop.
We had 284 in the pot. We got a 610, 5 board, couple of hearts.
$125 from Neil. What do you think, Dr. Boring? Is he playing this right?
Sorry.
She's reaching for... Okay, she's going to make the call. Going to float one. She does not want to hit anything, really. I'll tell you what. That's the best card she could have gotten because now she has outs. She has a gutter.
And a free card here coming for
If
Jill. What is
comes,
it?
Oh,
it's a rag.
I thought it was going to be a jack. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. But Neil's going to take this down. Dr. Boring saying if he was in the hand with the ace-4 of hearts, he would have 4-bet that, and if he did, he probably would have taken that pot down away from Neil. Hitting the ace on the turn. All speculation, however.
Yeah, I don't believe Dr. Boring right there at all. I'm not even going to entertain that. But I'm going to entertain. We were at 89 likes. We just need 11 more likes to hit 100, guys. If you're just tuning in, please hit that like button. We just 11 away from that nice 100 thumbs up.
We got a little over a half hour to go. This live stream on Thursday nights goes till 10:15. Our next live stream will be Saturday night. That is the regular Joe Poker Show, starting, of course, at 6:15 as well. That is a 1-3 no limit hold'em cash game. If you are interested in getting on the list, just give us a call. Next week we will not have our regular scheduled live stream cash games because we've got the Winter Classic coming. That starts Monday. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Chosen one after this hand. Let's just pop that up on the screen real quick. We won't spend a lot of time talking about it because you can find that information on our YouTube.
We want to get at.
I mean, on our Facebook as well as our
I'm just saying I don't get angry because I don't
webpage,
like to.
thereservepoker.com.
I actually get upset with myself when I get.
Now MGM Bob sensing some weakness. He's in the small blind. He's going to raise this up to 35 with the Queen Jack
He's got
offsuit.
a tattooed on his back.
Yep. Remember that time 6 months ago you had ace deuce offsuit?
Nick makes the call. Bob K makes the call. BG makes the call. Here we are, four-handed, going to the flop.
Yeah, 128 in the middle.
Yeah. Like I like to play.
And we got a 10 Jack 9 board.
Wow.
And MGM Bob hitting the best of it with top pair with an open ender. Also, BG has an open ender. Tarantula has an open ender. Bob is the only one that missed out on the open enders. But yeah, MGM in firm control with top pair with the open ender. Hit the best of it. Bets 150. Can you imagine if a club comes on the turn?
By first name basis, I'm not going to believe you.
If he stakes, everybody should be pleasant whether they win or lose.
What are you doing down there?
You lose $10,000.
Joe's like a jealous husband.
I know
You know his name. What the hell's going on here?
Wait, is that your boyfriend?
Tarantula Nick.
Tarantula's going to push this now. He's going to go all in on his draw.
Me too.
I was going to ask you out on a date, but I don't think you can handle it.
MGM Bob quickly makes the call.
Yeah, MGM's free rolling right now. He's locked up the hand, and if he hits the straight, he chops.
He's either
The
chopping
only
or
way
he's getting
Nick would be is
runner
runner sevens. Yep. Thank you, Buddha. MGM Bob's going to take one. He's up 1,600.
See you, Nick. Nobody waiting. We
Nick,
can
always a
pop off.
pleasure.
And I believe that's going to be the end of the night here for Nick.
Tom's getting back in. but-
Yeah.
Heading back home
Karen,
to
can you
young
confirm
Nicholas.
Nobody's waiting now?
Yeah, no one's waiting.
Okay. So if you're short, you can top off.
Our Thursday night, our Saturday night buy-in is 500 as well.
Yep, it's 200 to 500.
200 to
1-3.
500. That's a range of buy-in versus tonight, which is just 500.
No, I believe
Right.
it's no, it's the
Yeah.
same range tonight. I think you can buy in for as low as 2 tonight.
Yeah, I know I'm.
No one does.
I thought it was a requirement. Oh, okay. All right.
I
Either way, but
it's
the
a
question
1-3,
was about
500
Saturday
max.
night.
By the way, bottom line is they're 500.
500 max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure with any 1-3 game you can go in between 200 and 500.
I ain't got no chips.
Because we've seen people low stack at least for 300 on Thursday. I know that.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
No worries. Let's make it 25.
Jill Billy with the ace jack suited. 25 to go.
Why did you make it 25?
Because she's got it right there.
I was making change for that 100. So.
Blanks there are right there.
You want me to make it 1, 2, 3, 800, huh?
MGM Bob, $10 button straddle, just needs 15 to complete, and he does. From the small blind, Vince coming in on with the ace 5.
Joe.
So now we're going to go 4-handed to the flop.
And Jill flops the ace high flush draw. I think we all know what's coming. I'm going on a limb.
Do 25.
25.
She's going to raise. She's going to bet.
She
didn't
does
say
quarter pot a lot.
225. She meant 25. So the bet is 25.
She does quarter pots a lot. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
If there's 200 in the pot, she'll go 50.
Vince with a gut shot here.
Thank you. What's up?
And a second deuce. It does bring chop outs for Vince.
The board pairs, and I like this bet from Vince. $70. But a quick call here from Jill Billy,
Sorry.
who's just having an amazing night here.
Hey, Vince needs either it's pretty much a 5 or a 4. And now that's a chop pot, though. That's a great card for Vince. Let's see if he can try to steal it with the full house on the board. And Jill, pretty
And he
quick
does.
to fold
He
that.
takes it down.
Fair enough.
Very good play here from Vince.
Yeah, Vince, strong play. Takes it down, avoids the chop.
I enjoyed watching your face that whole hand.
So Jill's been as high
Right,
up
right.
there as, what,
I was
3,400?
enjoying that.
I believe.
Yeah.
3,400 she was up to. She's still at 2,800, just having a killer night.
Green.
Way to go, Kara. Really?
It was fun.
No, not, it's, it'll be at the end of the stream, guys. Bob Pot is, yes, on the button. I know the button.
Anybody gotta watch it?
Kelly, and this came from
Nobody gotta watch it?
That's for, but it's all for my
You'll let us know.
Kara, what time is it?
I want to comment real quickly on the observation that Neil just made at the end of that hand across the table. He said to Vince, I really enjoyed watching your face during that hand. And he got a smile out of Vince. We've talked about this before. If you're going to play this game, you are going to pay attention to the hands you are not in. It's an important part of this game. And I have to say, when I first started watching or start playing this game 20 years ago, I did not appreciate that. I've grown to appreciate the importance of staying engaged in the game, even though you're not part of the hand. Information is key, and that's usually a very good place to pick up information is when you're not in the hand.
Oh, and making it like when you're not paying attention, but you are. Make it look like you're not. I used to do that at the charity poker rooms.
Yeah. So here we go, 5-handed. We got quite a pot brewing already, $200. This is a 1-3 no limit cash game, and $200 is a nice pot to start out with pre-flop, and here it is.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Couple of clubs on the board. Great flop for the OP.
Derek's going to go all in here with his hitting a pair and a straight draw.
Yeah, OP and Derek hitting it good.
He's asking for a count. Young Patrick reaching over, getting that count for us.
183.
Yeah, these guys might gamble.
Oh, wow. I did not expect that. I expected a call there.
When you've been getting unlucky. I mean, OP hasn't been running
He's
good
had
tonight.
a tough night. I will agree with that.
So I think that has something to do with it.
Yes.
If he was hitting hands, if he had a little bit more moxie, more momentum throughout the whole night, I think that would be an instant call for just 100. Just over 100.
I don't think I've ever seen it go over that superbly.
Well, that's real low, 30 is real low.
I promised a quick view of the Winter Classic. Quite frankly, I forgot. So after this hand, if you wouldn't mind, chosen one, we'll put that up on the screen real quickly. Talk about what's starting this Monday. Thank you. $10 straddle, 1-3 game tonight, and I don't think we've had a hand without a straddle either on the button or under the gun. Vince now pocket kings in the cutoff. Here comes the raise. 45 is the new bet. Quick fold there from Jill. Neil, he loves action.
Yes, he does.
He loves action. There's really no predicting at any given point what Neil is going to do with regards to raising or calling, and he's going to make the call here with 3-4, and we're going to go heads up. $100 in the pot.
And we got a 6-9-4 board.
Dr. Boring, isn't it nice to be Neil?
It's bottom pair. Vince. Now Neil's going to see if he can get lucky.
He's going to raise it up. That was not a call. That was a bet of 75, and now a raise from Neil to 200.
I did not see that second black chip.
Now it's not so nice to be Neil.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. And a call here.
Nope.
Little surprised Neil got it in there for that much. And it holds. Kings hold. That's a huge
hold
hand
up.
for Vince.
I heard just somebody say timing is everything, and that was pretty good timing there for Vince. This Monday, event number 1 for the Holiday Classic is a 5K single re-entry. Event number 2, dual tournament team event. Event number 3, pot limit Omaha. Dom, tell us about this $50,000 prize pool guarantee that starts on the 14th.
Well, you just did.
I did? All right.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
Take a
50K guarantee on the 14th through the 17th.
Take a screenshot of this. Please take close note of the starting times, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is 5 p.m. There's more information on the webpage regarding the flights. And so go to thereservepoker.com. And we hope to see many of you here next week.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry poker.
Merry poker. I love
Merry poker.
I thought you had like 8.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Do you have any days off to play?
Actually, I do.
Which day did you get?
I didn't ask because I wanted to play. I usually have Mondays off, and then I've got Wednesday off. I'm not a big PLO player, but for $100, I might consider it.
Oh, going for the juicy.
I might consider it. Earlier in the year, I was focusing a little bit more on my game on some PLO, just haven't had the opportunity or the time. But I think for $100 to jump into a PLO tournament, I think is a great value.
Are you trying to say it would be max value, Vic?
I'm trying to say that, so I'm glad you helped me with that. But MGM Bob now, he's really hit some big pre-flop hands. He's got pocket queens, and he's going to raise it up.
Here he comes. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
90 total, come around.
The new bet is 95. And quick folds all the way around.
5 times tonight. What do you think it is?
Aces.
No.
Queens.
He's playing a little guessing game here.
Do you hear him what he said too?
Yeah.
5 times tonight he's gotten queens.
Oh my goodness.
5.
Wow.
In a 4-hour live stream?
You know I would.
We still got 20 minutes left, by the way.
We do.
By the way, how are we doing on likes? Are we getting close? Oh, we're at 96 likes. Who wants to be the 4 viewers to help us get to 100 likes of the night? Smash that thumbs up.
Please do.
I was hesitating because I have a massive pocket pair busted by, small sets all the time.
Time to go,
Just
start
like,
with
is this happening again? So, took a second.
Neil looking down at a 10-9 suited.
He's first act because there's a $10 button straddle from BG. Joe, I think, is going to raise this up with the king, queen of hearts, and he does.
And now the OP.
What's up, Joe?
Maybe getting a break he needed. Ace, king suited and clubs.
He's making the call with
This is a little smooth call disguising
a
the
little
strength of his
smooth
hand.
call. He has had, like we pointed out, he's had a tough night. And that can
You get 3 known Nick guys in here.
definitely impact things.
What do you think, Bob?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I play. If I've got a nit button, I'm betting way more than I normally would if I'm trying to take it down. Pre-flop?
270 in the pot, 4 players, and here comes the flop.
And here it comes. 9 right in the window, followed with a 5-3, all diamonds. 0 players, 0 dimes, got 0 diamonds. 200 though from Buddha. As he shows mid pair. With an ace kicker. Neil flopping top pair. Oh, and he's
going to go all in here.
He's going to push it like salt and pepper. And I think Buddha's almost. Hey, pot committed here.
I didn't know Neil was in a damn hand.
You would?
He folds.
Lets it go. And there's a nice pot for Neil, Mr. Coffee, Mr. Neil Brinkman.
Neil just pretty much almost won back what he lost. He's not all the way there.
No.
But he pretty much just a hand later. I think he profited at least 300 there.
Yeah. And I learned a new term. He's sun running.
Oh, I like it.
Did I use it properly?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
No diamond.
Didn't have a diamond either, but nobody's bet. Somebody had a diamond in his bet.
You get a little risky here, don't you?
We're at 101 likes. Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going.
We still got 20 minutes here, thereabouts, going to
thank you.
10:15 tonight. Thank you very much for joining us here at the Reserve Poker Club in Toledo, Ohio. Our next live stream this Saturday, as I mentioned, and then next week, the Winter Classic. We will be live streaming on a week from this Sunday for the feature and final table of that
You have a diamond, right?
50,000 prize pool guarantee.
That's all you had was a diamond. If you had a 9 and
If you're a
9,
subscriber and you've hit that bell, that means you're going to get a notification when we live stream again. Please subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. Coming up soon to 3,000 subscribers, and we love you all. We've got 5 players to repeat what Patrick just said, and here comes the flop.
9, 7, jack, couple of spades. Top pair for Vince and Joe.
Open-ended here for the OP. No, OP has hit his straight.
Yeah, the OP has the best of it. The shimmy making its first appearance in the straight tonight.
See if we see a check raise from the OP. And it is a check raise to 125 now. Back over to Vince. He's got top pair, 6 kicker.
Heyo.
He's got diamonds, and there's 2 spades on the board. It's going to cost him $100 to make the call.
It's like, Vince, he does have arguably the best facial expressions. I'm talking multi-facial expressions. You can see about 18 different facial expressions from Vince when he sits at the table. I love it. Guys like Vince that love to play poker, I could sit at a table with him and play all night. He's just and he's a good guy.
There's a call from BG and a call from Neil.
Call your neighbors.
Call your friends, call your neighbors, call your cousins. That's right, MGM Bob.
I tell you got to get this thing certified. Kind of like the Let's Get Ready to Rumble guy. You got to do what he did, Vic.
And I like that fold, obviously, from Joe. Top pair, 3 big bets there, but just a 3 kicker, so get out of the way, and here it comes. Here's the turn.
Like ludicrous. Straight still good right now for the OP.
So he's going to go all in. In my estimation, a wise thing to do when you've got 2 spades and 2 clubs out there.
Yep.
Let's take this down while you can, and also maybe pick up some value. 4 clubs, no help to either BG or Neil. And so fold.
I won.
Yeah.
And he's going to celebrate the win.
There you go, OP.
The flush again, of course.
Good to flop it.
Glad to see OP get a winner. Very happy to see OP get a winner. Nice hand, OP. You are my hero. And man, just like I said, Rocket's so solid. Tigers here. Gotta respect it. OP, the Ric Flair of the Midwest. Limousine riding, jet flying, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun.
No, I'm talking about this hand right here.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of that.
Yes, Thomas, the OP does mean business.
Who do you like? I'll take Buddha for 20. Anyone want to cover?
To win?
What are they talking now? There's a side bet coming out, and I'm not sure what it's about, whether it's a foot race or hot dog eating contest. It could be anything with this group. $10 button straddle. OP first to act in the small blind. Buddha now pocket 7s.
Sorry.
I sense a raise. See if my spidey sense is right.
Is that accident?
And he's going all in with his pocket 7s in the big blind. Bob K, a.k.a. Perchmaster, trying to get a read off of Buddha here with the ace-8. He's got an ace-8 of hearts. MGM Bob also has ace-8. Vince waiting the wings with 10-9. I know this move by Buddha is going to get some comments here on the comment board. Dominic, I
Yeah,
just sense it.
1,500 with 7s with how much money in the pot? Now that's gambling.
There's just $10, $11 in the pot.
Yeah, he's risking 1,500 for the win 11. And Neil looks.
I don't know. I think Neil's just screwing with him.
I'm all blind.
He's short stack here. Joe is, so he's going to call with the Jack-9 of clubs. Wait till everybody sees these pocket 7s. Going to get some reactions here.
My butt puckered when you
That was crazy.
I wouldn't think about it.
What is it? 270.
Well, it's No Nit Thursday. You'll see someone risk to win $11, 1,500 with 7s.
The folks at home know what you got. Yeah. Good luck.
And Buddha is correct there.
Get this thing over with.
Yeah.
What fun is that?
Hey,
Come on, dude.
You guys had a $20 bet on who it would be, right?
No, we didn't go.
He didn't take mine. I said Joe.
And oh, look at that. Joe. Oh, there it is. It's done.
Oh, you gotta be good.
3 queens or 3.
the fuck out of my pot.
Oh my God!
9, 10, Jack.
Whoop, there it is.
Now pay
A
another
blind call, and it works.
donkey.
Yeah, where's that 20? I told you I did, Joe.
Wow.
And here's where the yellow no nit chip came into play. There were some side bets as to between Joe and Buddha. There were the two people left with the yellow no nit chip. Who was going to be the last person standing, having to pay each player $5
Oh, I know, but I wanted
a piece.
10, 15. What we do the next almost 10?
We do the last
Quarter goes to the dealers.
Is it almost
And the
10?
quarter goes to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost, yeah, it's 10 minutes to 10.
Getting close.
Oh, 10 to 10.
So we'll play the last $10 shot and then we'll play till 10:30.
He's got priority over here.
Oh, okay, that's why you threw it back. Okay.
Yeah. So the priority here with the straddle is the rock, which we utilize here on Thursday nights. That's a $10 straddle. If you have it in your hand, in your pile, and you are either under the gun or on the button, you put that out, and then there's a $10 straddle. So Vince is first to act with 7-4.
I'd have done the same, I'd have went all in, the same thing, I'd have went all in, but we'd at least got 1 or 2 callers.
25.
Good player folds there, Joe.
I hear a raise coming from Jill Billy, ace deuce of clubs, and she raises this up now to 25. A quick call there from Derek. Pocket fives calls. Now Neil with king 10. He comes in. Joe just taking down a heck of a pot here, given the short stack that he had, and now he's got 8, 9 of diamonds. Will he call the 25? He does, and OP now with ace jack. Does he raise it up? Nope, he just smooth calls on the button.
The OPP, yeah, you know me.
And oh my goodness, look at the hands coming into this.
Yeah, this is a nice little builder. This is a Vic special if I've ever seen one.
This is a power hour Vic special right here.
Yeah, 8-handed, and we got a 6-3-8 board. And me and Vic are going to squint our eyes to make sure we can see all the hands on the left. But right now it looks like to me that 9-8 is in the lead for Joe. Top pair with a 9, backdoor diamonds.
Continuation bet from Jill and a snap call there from Derek with the jack 3 of spades.
And Neil's just going to come along with 2 overs for that price.
My goodness, look at this action.
Couple chicken calls, understandably so.
And now 6-handed to the turn. Is this going to be our pot of the night?
Oh, and Neil taking the lead. That's why you float sometimes.
This time,
Joe
Jill checks.
also got a gut shot straight draw, though, with that 10.
125.
Neil bets 125, recognizing, I think, that he is gained the lead here with his 10. Joe's got a gut shot with a pair. And that trims the field.
Yes.
And now we're going to go heads up to the river.
What a juicy pot.
Joe,
603.
7 outs for Joe.
And another 10 for Neil, and that could be a good payoff card for him.
But he checks it, and
Oh,
a
wow.
check. And Neil's going to take this pot down.
No value?
No value there.
Fair enough.
This has been an awesome game tonight. We want to thank everybody for joining us. So much fun here at the Reserve on our live streams.
10 to 10 right now. So we got like 20 more minutes on the screen and then
Half an hour after.
Sounds like they've agreed to play afterwards. That's the other thing we like to let people know. They come into the live stream to play. They're going to play a cash game. They have the option to continue to play. Many of them do, oftentimes, after we're done live streaming. Sometimes they go for hours.
That is a true story.
Tomorrow morning. I'm going fishing now. That's around, New Year, that's the 26th. Just go for the
Neil with King Queen. We've seen that hand win some big ones tonight. $35 to go. OP with 3s. Buddha with the call.
Nothing like the power hour to juice things up a little bit,
Oh,
because
yeah.
now we're going to go five-handed to the flop. Almost $200 in the pot. Here it is.
And we got a 10 jack ace board, couple of diamonds. The straight for Neil, just talking about how king queen, but Bob with ace king. Big hand alert, folks. I feel like I've said that about 27 times tonight.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of them.
OP was hoping for a 3 there, or maybe 2 3s on the flop. Doesn't get it, so he lets it go. Now $100 over to Bob K with the ace K. See if he makes this call or does something different, and he's going to make this call. A torrential lead here with Neil with the straight. That 7 is a no
That
help.
locks it up. I
Yeah,
mean, only chopping, right? That's the only possibility for Bob. It's the chop. Really was hoping for it to pair the board to get some outs.
Bet a 275.
That ace jack.
Have fun with nuts.
Do this. Pretty.
Yeah.
No flush to worry about. All right, guys.
And Neil, up over $1,000 here.
Well, did you hear that? Bomb pot.
Bomb pot.
Let's do the final pot. Hand of the night.
Oh, I thought.
Neil's
Well, it depends. It really depends on
We
how
don't
much
play
you
to
make.
10-15.
I made it 100 over.
It runs till 10-15 on the live stream.
Played 100.
Oh, because it's a game.
I've got.
And Neil's having a great night. Look at what Neil's up to on his. He's in the game for 500.
Why we paying for that?
Looks like he's up to about 1,500.
Good question.
Well, let's ask Jim.
I need you in Bob.
Just the fact that it's playable. And
Ask him how come.
Yeah, Neil's up to 1,400 right there. Up 900 for the night. Jill,
We always.
big winner so far. There's their profit margin.
We only need 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Yes.
Always stop at 10 and 11 on Tuesdays. Yeah, you guys can play after.
We're gonna play after
Yeah,
this.
last week they played till 10.
Yeah, some of those players like BG, Pedal,
Yeah, they give us
OP, they had multiple buy-ins so that because they left the table.
I think,
Not 100, but pretty much Buddha and up. That is all accurate.
I won the last hand.
You bragging on there or something?
he was gonna leave at 10:20.
Yeah, but we let,
Check.
Check.
Single board bomb pot. We got 10 players in the hand.
Check.
Check.
2 queen 5.
Check. Check.
Not a very exciting board,
Check.
and nobody's too excited with it yet.
1 checks, 2 checks, 3 checks. Checks around.
And they check it around. This is the first time we've seen that. Now an ace is going to probably change this action up quite a bit.
50.
This time is ace king. Bob K. He's going to bet 50.
I don't know how to play sets in this game. I don't know how to play just sets.
2 calls.
And a call there from Derek. He has 2 pair with the queen deuce.
I'm gonna fold my flush draw.
Me too.
Looks like
Heads up.
3 players.
No, now we're heads up.
Oh, heads up action, okay. And then
And a
king,
king.
on the river. Bob with the check mark, top 2 pair.
See if he can get some value out of this. Derek does have 2 pair. He bet 75. Derek might be making this call.
That's a good amount for Bob. He's definitely going to make Derek think about it.
Oh, that 3 pairs ever good.
A nice fold by Derek. Getting out of the way.
All right, 3 pair. King 5 deuce.
And he takes that down.
Yeah, nice hand, Bob. And Bob coming back with a vengeance too tonight. Nice to see him. He's up, I believe, 600 for the night. But yeah, another great night. I'll tell you what, the big pots that we saw tonight, hand after hand after hand for this 1-3. Jill, by the way, getting as high as 3,400. I believe she's got about 28, 29 right now. Congratulations to her. Multiple players had really good nights at the table in the green. This was a fun one, Vic.
It was a lot of fun, and typically we talk about the big hand of the night. Really didn't have a specific hand or two. This was really the Jill story for the night, as well as the great banter going on. And if we were going to do a quick 1-minute clip, it would be the banter going on between Neil and Buddha and MGM Bob. They had so much fun here tonight, which makes it so much more fun for us to watch and call this game. Plus, having you with us tonight, the contributions that you're making for the Toys for Tots really means a lot to us. Joining us, giving us your insights as well as your witty banter, we greatly appreciate it. We're going to be back in the saddle again Saturday night for the Regular Joe Poker Show. Until then, be safe.
Take care, everyone.